I got caught off guard by that one.
Yeah, you did. I snuck up on you, didn't I? What's happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day. It's past the Gravy Day. Episode number 355, and the gang's back. The gang is all back. What's happening, everybody?
Another day in paradise.
Just chilling, huh?
Just chilling.
Yep.
You know what I was watching before we all got on this call and started recording? I was watching. No, it was not porn. No, that was last night. But I was watching. It was like on Vice TV, I guess. And it was Monica Lewinsky's like it was like a Monica Lewinsky documentary. Well, no, but it was like I didn't realize like there's some lady named Tripp. I don't know. Her last name is Tripp.
Linda Tripp.
And yeah, and she looks like a witch. And she's the worst.
Yeah.
She's the worst. Fuck that bitch. So just like this is Alex catching up on politics that happened in the 90s. So guys, I'm very woke on 1994 scandals. If anybody wants to talk any Monica Lewinsky, I'm all here for it. It's gonna be a Monica Lewinsky themed podcast we've got this week. I didn't tell any of you guys because I wanted you guys to just be about as knowledgeable as I am after watching 15 minutes of a documentary. Like
the difference that 15 years can make, like if that had happened in like the 2010s, like mid 2010s to 2020, is there any doubt in your mind that eventually she would sign a porn deal?
Oh no, without a doubt.
Like, or at least she'd be on OnlyFans.
Well, but like the whole thing was
like Octomom fucking got a porn deal. Like
yeah. Anybody can get one these days. Not that that's not like you're a hardworking person. If you're going out there, you're on that hustle.
Oh, no shade.
You know, you're literally sometimes working your ass off depending on what kind of porn it is that you're doing.
You're getting paid to fuck. I mean, that's the biggest hustle of all time.
Correct. But you're out there working. So, you know, good on you. Good on you. I just thought it was funny that they were talking about how one of Clinton's people had like compared this girl to a dog or whatever it was, and I don't know. They reworded his statement, and I was like, they're like, can you believe what they're trying to spin this as? And I was like, just wait until like 15 years from now, guys. The shit that you're gonna like. I just wish I could have like froze it, gone into the screen, grabbed them, be like, no, let's check out the news now. You want to see spin?
You don't even have to spin what people say anymore. They just come out and say it.
They can see things, and then they'll just deny it. We did not tear gas anyone. We did not. No, we didn't. We did not.
I never called her a fat pig. Well, here's a clip of you calling her a fat pig. Well, she was a fat pig. She deserved it anyway. Like, what?
It's just, like, I don't know. Like, I was 94. I was, like, 5. Like, I just didn't comprehend that shit, you know? So, like, it's funny watching it back now. Be like, oh, yeah. Like, we think that, like, this is the worst time to be alive. Shit's terrible. Like, and I'm not saying shit's not terrible or whatever, but, like, it's just funny where it's like, man, that was the end of the world then. And, like, what do we have? Like, what's going to happen in 20 years? Like, what are we going to talking about where like, shit that's going on the past couple of weeks? Like, we're going to be like, oh, you think that was bad? Just wait until we tell you about this. Like,
the president's going to have an OnlyFans in 20 years.
Probably.
You want to see my presidential balls? Pay $26.99 a month.
That'll be the Electoral College. It'll be candidate versus candidate. Who has more OnlyFans?
No, it'll be like the popular vote, the Electoral
Who gets the most
College,
retweets?
and the OnlyFans vote.
Yeah, that'd be I'm not putting that out of the realm of possibility for sure. But I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I kind of want to go back and finish the whole thing. I don't even remember what it was called. But it was like Monica Lewinsky. Like, I felt bad.
Stain on the dress?
I don't know. I don't think it was called that. But that fucking Linda Tripp you said? Like, that bitch just straight up, like, she was, like, recording her phone calls, and she was trying, like, talking to a reporter, like, well, I mean, I think I can get her. I think I can get her to admit this stuff. She trusts me, and I can get her to come out and tell me. And she just needs to get over him. She doesn't need to be doing that. She's young, and it's like, fuck that bitch. Like, yeah, he was married and you're kind of being a homewrecker, but like, fuck you for trying to like ruin this chick's life just so you can give away a news story and then acting like you're doing it out of some like righteousness.
Right.
Like
She was
that's
a
what I think.
whistleblower, but I think she was mad because she didn't get to blow Clinton.
Yeah, you could probably say that. You could probably say that. I don't know.
She was jealous.
She might have been jealous, peanut butter and jealous, but
Mad
yeah,
jealous.
I don't know. So that was me talking about 1994 or whatever year that was. Like, I don't know.
PTG time travel.
Sometimes you just gotta look back. You gotta look.
Maybe
back
that's how
and
we should
remember.
start the show for the next couple of weeks. Is we just pick a random year and talk about shit that happened that year.
We tried to do a whole episode pretending it was 1999 one time, a long, long time ago.
No, I'm talking about
and that didn't go well. But
like,
I'm down to do that in the future.
Not like we know something happened in a year. Like I just randomly will say 1984, and then we just go look up some shit that happened in 1980. I'm talking about straight up.
Well,
random
but 1984 is like now. Here's quotes and here's a picture.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm just like, I don't want to be okay. I know the moon landing happened in '69. Let's do '69. No, fuck that.
We're gonna.
I want a completely random ass year.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we do that instead of like until the end of this whole quarantine demic thing we got going on. Maybe that's what we do instead of where you been, because I feel like where you been's have been a little lackluster.
Yeah, the well's been pretty dry.
Like we'll do a where you been this week, and then I guess like I feel like I gotta update the crawfish streak because like I'm close to record breaking time, but like we'll make where you been very quick. Going forward.
We don't need to shoehorn it anymore if we're doing the same thing every week.
Maybe we just do a time travel period, like for the first 10 minutes of the podcast, where we just talk about it'll be like a book club where we're just like, all right, this week's year is 1983, and then we all just learn up about 1983 and be like, I thought what was interesting was that Post-it notes were invented. You're right. That was very interesting.
I'm actually super excited for this now.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do. Yeah,
PTG time travel.
PTG time machine instead of where you been.
Well, I don't want to steal time machine.
Oh, fuck
from
yeah.
Andrew Green.
Time machine with Andrew Green, who had Hall of Fame mascot Clutch the Bear from the Rockets on his most recent episode. The Time Machine with Andrew Green, the newest member of the Pass the Gravy network, or Pass the Gravy podcast network. Go check out the Time Machine with Andrew Green. Great podcast, if I do say so myself. All right, so let's get to where you've been. Why don't we just hop on into it after I've rambled about Monica Lewinsky? And I mean, really, me just rambling sort of turned into like us coming up with an actual segment that may be more entertaining next week. Right? So if you think about that, it
can't be less.
Good. Yeah, it can't be. All right, this is our where you been segment where we tell you what we've been doing while we were in our houses.
Where you been? 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 Where you been at? Where you been? Where you been? Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
I'll go first because I really haven't been doing too much. I was talking crawfish streak beforehand, and yeah, crawfish streak is at 21 weeks, boys. The record's gonna get tied this week. I'm tying.
Your streak can drink.
I'm fucking tying that bitch, and then I don't know how long it's gonna go. I'm definitely gonna get to 23. I'm definitely gonna do 2 more weeks, but it's like, you know, like when you break a record, now it's my time to like cement that like I am so much better than myself 2 years ago, right? Like, do I stop at all, or do I just barely do it so then it's maybe achievable? Because like I was saying 2 weeks ago, I was like, I think I'll probably go to 40 weeks if you scared me to, or if you told me I couldn't, I could probably go to 40 weeks. Do I want to? Probably not. But I could probably do 40 weeks. And then I was like, fuck, that's like 16 weeks away from being an entire year. And then if I ever try and beat the streak again, it's like, why? Like,
here's what I think you should do. I was going to say just shatter the streak, but I think this year you should just do 23.
I don't think so. I can't do just 20.
Hold on. This is why. Because next year you can actually go to places and give a proper full ranking. Because you couldn't do that this year because, you know, you're not getting the crawfish fresh. But if next year, if you can hit like 30 weeks and have a review of 30 different restaurants, that'd be pretty dope. Or maybe not 30, because maybe you'll hit a couple of them. Like if you hit someone early in the season and you want to give them another shot when it's like full swing, it doesn't have to be a full 30. But I think then you could actually get a full fair ranking system done next week or next year. Or fuck it, just shatter it and then just eat a bunch of crawfish and just do a ranking next year.
Because what I was going to say is, like, hear me out. Like, I just crush the crawfish streak, go for 30 or whatever. And then the 30 is a nice round number. It's a long way away. It's a fucking like another 2 months of it, which is a lot. But like crawfish fatigue is definitely a thing, fellas. Like this week when I was ordering it, I was not enthusiastically ordering crawfish. I was just like, I gotta knock off this. And it's like, am I losing the passion? I don't think so. Because I'm there, but it's like, I don't know. But like next week or next year, if I don't necessarily like aim for the streak, I can maintain a streak, try not intend to break it. But like, I could also hit up like 4 crawfish places in a week and then give you those rankings. Like,
yeah,
you know,
what you could do next year too is pick like a top 10 or a top 8, like with the ones that you love, and you keep hitting them early in the season, middle in the season, late in the season. And then you can give a consistency, like who had the best at their peak. Like there's a lot of ways you could go with it next year. Because next year, I don't think you need to go for the streak again necessarily, but you can go for a definitive ranking system.
Because really the streak, Chris Hogan, former podcast host of Pass the Gravy, he was just like, you can't do it. I don't think you'll do it. Like, I how many weeks I bet you can't eat it the rest of the season. And I was like, I bet I could. Like, if you told me I was that mentality of fuck you. No, you said I can't, watch me. I'm Michael Jordan his ass. And I did that and ruined like my sodium intake for my entire life. Probably. I'm doing it again, which is definitely not great for my cholesterol. People keep telling me I'm going to get gout. I really don't want gout. My dad has gout and that sounds terrible. But, like, I don't know how crawfish causes it. I'm hoping it doesn't, and I'm hoping they're just joking with me. But, like, I don't know. Like, next week or next year, I feel like I could just hit up a bunch of places and, like, rank them. Because, like, now it doesn't make sense, like, during the streak to be like, let's hit up 3 crawfish spaces in a week. Because it only counts as 1 week. All right, let's drop that idea.
Next year, okay, so even though I love that painting that's over your shoulder of the Alex King, which I believe that was Goth Charlie Kelly that made that for you?
The king of gravy, yes.
Move that out of the way, and you get yourself a whiteboard. Hold on. You can move it to the other shoulder. There's room. Or you put it over this shoulder, a whiteboard, and each week you have, like, written out, like, magnetic strips of crawfish names, and you fucking slap them up there and move them up and down the rankings.
Or I could just, like, make a graphic and post it on our
that too, but
Twitter
I don't
handles
know.
And stuff.
I just think the idea of you turning around and like going, you were 3, you're 1. You were 1, you're 4 now. Aggressive ranking. Okay, maybe fuck me. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying it's not a bad idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just like as somebody that like I do the Alex's race wars. I do the Hot Wheels races every week or every morning.
Yeah.
Every evening. Whenever I do them. And like it seems like it's easy to just do something live, but like when you're live doing shit, it's not at all easy. Like I have a little card that I use every day that's got like the odds and shit. Like people are like, how do you remember those? Like I'm looking at a note card that I write out every single day. Like it's a cheat sheet just because I need it. And like
also what I was thinking too is your crawfish streaks and
it's hard on the fly and I've already got notes.
What you got to do, you got maybe 2 or 3 more years of this, because on the other side of 30 is when you really got to start watching what's going in and like, you know, to splurge is okay, but to continually eat that much sodium, like you were saying, for 30 weeks in a row.
I'm basically just drinking salt.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad for you in a couple of years, and that's when you guys got to start looking out for the gout. Like I said,
the next problem that is though
2, maybe 3 future Alex. That's what I'm saying. You got another 2,
and
maybe 3 years of just being the crawfish king.
I mean, and people like
then Bobby has to take over because he's young.
And he doesn't like crawfish, so he would definitely hate that.
Yeah, I would not like that at all.
We'll just have him review different salts.
People are saying this isn't like that big of a streak, whatever. But you know what? Like Cal Ripken had 1 billion games that he started in a row without missing them because of injury or anything like that. And you know what? Did he ever have to go through a pandemic, though? I don't believe Cal Ripken ever had to play through a global pandemic. So I would say, is it harder what I'm doing to eat more crawfish in consecutive weeks than it is for him to play like 1,000 games without missing one? Some might say yes.
Also, the people saying that it's not impressive probably grew up in like the fucking Louisiana bayou where it's just year round. You're eating crawfish 2 to 3 times a week because that's just what you do.
Going down the bayou, you get some crawdads. You just
like fucking up. Troy and a little bit from Gator Hunters, wherever the fuck that swamp people. Not impressive to them, but that's their culture. That's literally just what food is available, so they eat it.
Just get a crawdad from the creek.
It sounded
So,
more
yeah.
like crawdad, man.
Crawdad. No, I that's my character I always play on Red Dead. Anytime I go through the swamps, I'm Caleb. My character's name is Caleb Crawdad from the
I
Office.
just immediately
so I'm
unlocked
we're in a swamp with them gators.
the gator hat with the fucking teeth and all. Yeah, that's the best hat in the game.
Even though that was like an Australian guy that kind of made that like big.
No, it's
Gator
gator
hats.
skin though.
Right. It's right. All right. So crawfish streak is at 21 weeks. I'm going to tie my record I set a couple of years ago of 22 consecutive weeks eating crawfish sometime this weekend. And then I'm going to break it the week after that. Also, I have been watching a fuckload of horse racing. Guys, I told you it was, and I think it was my Monday Not Cool with Brant Tobler. It was like, I bought books. I'm getting really into horse racing. Am I great at it? No. Am I bad at it? I don't think so. I'm hitting some long shots. You just never bet favorites. That's the rule I've learned. We don't ever bet favorites in horse racing unless you're betting with me and then you bet the favorite so I can still get the long shots. And if they hit, and do they hit all the time? No. But when they do hit, you make all your money that you would have made anyways betting favorites. So it's like it's fun. And then when you hit a long shot, like you feel like you're God because you just picked it. Like yes. That 30-1, I called that. I knew it because I am a skilled expert at looking at paper and telling you what a horse is going to do.
I mean, you are the man. You are the horse whisperer.
I don't know about that yet.
They should write a movie about you where you're just out in the plains talking to horses.
You know what? I'm going to jot that down, maybe. I'm going to jot that down.
And you're just whispering in their ear, take a dive in race 3. I really need this one.
Tell your friend to take a dive too. It makes sure number 6 finishes first. If 2 could show, that'd be great.
Oh my, dude, that's actually an interesting idea for a movie. Is somebody that can talk to horses, but he uses his power just to fix races.
The horse fixer.
I'll give you extra carrots if you come in 3rd.
A pile of oats as well.
I owe some bad people a lot of money.
Dude,
All
horse
the
racing's
apples
fucking
you can
dope,
eat.
though. Horse racing's dope. The names are cool. Like, I'm at the point now, I'm like, I kind of wish I was rich so I could buy a horse. And that's a good thing that I'm not rich because I would buy a horse. And you guys, I would have no idea what to do with it. I would just name it something that I thought was cool. Verbal trademark, I would name it Land Muffin because it's the exact opposite of Seabiscuit. And I would use that as my champion. It would be my champion horse.
That's a great name.
I don't know why nobody's done it yet. Land Muffin is just waiting.
A few months
Land
ago, you wanted
Muffin-
to buy a tiger.
I did, and I'm glad I couldn't buy a tiger because that would have been a bad idea. Look, we
Land
know how
Muffin sounds like a nickname you would give your significant other that just like doesn't stick.
yeah.
Hey, Land Muffin.
I would have that. It'd be either Land Muffin or Darling Like a Marlin, and like it would work. It would work.
See, Darlin' Like a Marlin would also be like, because it's just it's a weird phrase, so that does seem like it would be a horse name.
It's not a weird phrase. It's a great phrase. Some might say.
Jerry's apple picker in lane 4. Like
Jerry's picking
horses have
apples. Here we
weird
go.
Fucking names. I don't
Applebee's,
understand naming
not
horses.
Applebee's.
Like, I would love
sometimes
to have like a grand champion horse and just name it George.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be like Early
George
Jones.
is going for the Triple Crown.
Like there'll be like a horse with like a first and last name, and I always think that's funny. That's like when a guy names their dog William. It's like that's not a dog name. What are you doing? But like, there's some horses. It's like I'm a real good gal. He's a real fast runner. And it's like that's a whole sentence. Like just.
I love how we both did the same thing. That when you say the name in your head, you hear it in like 1920s and.
Oh, I talk like that.
Voice.
I talk like that all the time when I'm watching. I'm gonna go with number 4. The number 4 over here. He's pretty good.
It's just
good.
horse names. They just
Got a
sound like
feeling.
they're all out of 1924.
Yeah, they do. Secretariat. Try saying that in a normal voice. It won't
Like
sound
Secretariat. All right, yeah, it's a cool name, but Secretariat is just. I mean, it's a legend.
What about Secretary? We should go Secretary.
We got
and then be
Secretariat
like-
versus Warhorse.
Yeah, Warhorse is a big one. But like I've gotten to the point where like so on Fox Sports 1 and Fox Sports 2 on like Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, sometimes Sundays they'll show like it's called America's Day at the Races, and they just bounce back and forth between tracks that they're covering. Usually it's the big ones like the Belmont or Churchill Downs or Santa Anita in California or Rio Dosa in New Mexico. But
Didn't they actually just do the first leg of the Triple Crown a couple weeks ago?
nope.
Or is that coming up?
They're doing it in a couple weeks, I believe.
Okay, because I was like, I thought they're supposed to be like every 2 weeks.
My underdog in this one, because I bet on him this weekend and he won. And I saw that he's a possible contender for the field. Tap it to win. That's who I am all aboard right now. If he's not going to win,
tap it to win.
Tap it to win. Yeah, you're gonna tap it and you're gonna win. I tapped it and I won. That's what happened to me on Saturday. But that one, and then there's one called Mischievous Alex. And like, if there's any horse with the name Alex in it, I bet it just because. But Mischievous Alex ain't gonna qualify. I don't think so. I don't have to worry about that.
He's too mischievous. He's getting in trouble.
He's a bad boy. He's a real bad boy. The ladies love him, but not so much do the races. All right. But I have it's called TVG, which is I don't know what it stands for, but it's just like horse racing that you can watch simulcast all the time. So it's like you get it's like on Sunday Ticket where you get the 8 games at a time. Like it's like you get every horse race, like every horse track that it's racing at that time. You can see that. And like I was betting Lone Star Park and Grand Prairie. Like these aren't even like big name horses. I'm just betting this. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm going to do this last race and we got to sign off because this is getting problematic. It's getting problematic that you are betting on like minor league horse racing on a fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, that's where.
So I stopped.
It was at that moment that Alex's life really took a downward turn.
That's how you know it's not a problem because I can say, hey, pump the brakes here. And that's what I did. That's what I did. So I've been watching a lot of horse racing, and it's going all right. It's going all right. I am up in the money, so that's all you need to know. I've also been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto and some FIFA, but FIFA has been really – like FIFA is one of those games where if you take a little time off of it, like you just suck at it. And I feel like Call of Duty's that way probably too. Like if you take off 2 weeks of Call of Duty, you play Call of Duty, it takes you another like 3 days before you get your groove back or whatever again. Took a little break from FIFA. I fucking suck at it, and like now I'm just like I get mad, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. You're not gonna win. I'm not gonna break my controller because it's very expensive. They're like $60 to get a new controller. I know that because I've done it before a couple of times. But I'm not gonna break my controller. What I'm gonna do is now I'm just gonna switch and play at Grand Theft Auto, and I'm gonna go fuck up a bunch of people because of you, FIFA. That's your fault now. And that's what I do.
You make me angry, and virtual civilians have to die.
Well, not necessarily that. It's usually the bad guys. I'll go do missions on Grand Theft Auto. But it's like those virtual bad guys, bad day to be them. Bad day to be them for sure. But I have been like rage quitting FIFA, but not breaking anything, and then just going to Grand Theft Auto, which is a better outlet for me. But that's pretty much where I have been. And I'm sorry that it took so long about me talking horse racing. I'm just really into it.
All right, not bad. You want to go next, Bobby, or should I?
I'll go next. So I have been photoshopping my family into weird situations.
I love it.
Over the weekend, one of my cousins texted me asking if I could Photoshop a picture because one of my other cousins' birthday was earlier this week, and he wanted to give her a gift of a picture of just them, the siblings together. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that because it was a picture from a wedding that they attended a few months ago, and he wanted the bride cut out so it could just be the siblings. And I'm like,
what'd the bride think of that?
I don't think she knows.
It's her day.
What is it? What she doesn't know won't hurt her.
Yeah,
exactly.
What happens behind the bride's back stays behind the bride's back.
And I wasn't even sure if I could do it because it would look weird with just like an empty person there. But I figured it out, and I'm like, well, before I send like the copy that he wants, I'm going to send him like, I put them in Minute Maid Park, like not in the stands, like in Minute Maid Park, just like proportions completely off too. I added other people to them. Like I added like Robert Downey Jr. to it, and just put him like, just send him a bunch of pictures with him and like not the ones he wanted, like different sizes, like just different things.
They look like they're just towering over the stadium.
Yeah.
Into historical moments, or like that scene where Forrest Gump is there as the girls, they're integrating the school for the first time. Put them standing like behind where Forrest is standing.
That'd be a good one. I was thinking of like at the White House. Put him at the White House. They've never been to Washington D.C. Just put him at the White House there.
Like if
I go on
someone's giving a
vacation when
speech
I
and
could
there's
just
20
make one
people
for
on
you.
stage behind them, you put them on stage behind them too.
And what was funny because it was wedding pictures, so they're in like suits and dresses, just like like that at Minute Maid Park. They're just in the suit and dress at Minute Maid Park, or with Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers Endgame. Just random situations.
Photoshop them into a big truck that's going mudding.
Oh yeah, I know how much you guys like to mud.
That's pretty much where I've been. Just kind of
Pretty good.
having a little fun with
Pretty good.
Photoshop.
That's really good. I've actually done a couple things this week. We got a new dryer because the old one crapped out on us.
Big week.
But we have to.
Is that the one you guys bought from person and it didn't work? You had to return it, and he was cool with it or something?
Yeah. And it was used, and everything, and it worked fine for, I don't know, what I get 6-8 months out of it, whatever the hell it was.
It's not bad.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad. I think the thermal fuse just went out on it, and we ended up realizing when the guy delivered the new one, because we actually got one with like a warranty. We didn't just go to a guy. That the thermal fuse.
And by warranty, he meant a guy literally named Warren T. who helped him put it together.
No, she went to like Sears or something. My sister got it, but it might have like burned out the thermal fuse. So like the thing might have still been fine if we had cleaned out the hose earlier. So like apparently my sister went and looked up someone that can clean out the hose and all of our vents and everything. So because of that, we did like a whole big cleaning of the house, because if someone's gonna come by, like, in this room it's like my game room and there's fucking cans everywhere half the time. But and it's something I've been meaning to do for a while. What I did is I cleaned this room all up, and I took the bed that was in here. It had the box spring and the mattress from my brother's bed. I took that and threw that underneath my bed, because my bed, I just have had a mattress on the ground because, that's who I am. So now I've got a tall bed off the ground. I went and got new sheets that I put on. I got a new comforter recently. So now I feel like a goddamn brand new man.
Like a real person now.
Yeah, I plan on putting some weights in here so I can actually finally start doing something.
Are you really going to, or are you going to do it like twice?
I think I am.
It's just going to
because
what you talk about.
I was thinking about it lately. It always comes back. We never want to talk about Barstool, but I always do. Big Ev has been losing all that weight doing walks and stuff in the morning. And I think I said this last week, where I considered to start, going on a couple miles at a time, but it's 175 degrees every day in Texas. So I was like, I'm not going to do that.
You burn more that way.
I know I do, but I don't want to do that. But if I can work out in air conditioning, that's about the only, like, my friends keep going, dude, get a Planet Fitness membership. It's $10 a month.
And you get pizza sometimes.
But once I get home, I'm not going back out. Like, I know me. Like, I'm not going to be motivated. Like, it has to be convenient for me.
I'm that way too. Like, I don't want a chore to go work out. Like, if working out is already a chore, the chore of having to go work out and then having to like change out of whatever. Like, when I would go swimming, it was a pain in the ass to me, and it was like it's just a minor inconvenience where it's like, all right, well, do I go straight from work? That was my best plan of action, was to just go straight from work to work out. But sometimes like I want to just chill for a little bit, but then I go home and I want to hang out with them and the dog. So then it's like, okay, well, no, I don't want to go work out. I'm not going to today. But then if I go work out, then it's done. But then it's like, okay, like, I don't know. It's a chore. And when working out becomes a chore, it's very easy to just skip. And so that is a good point.
I know I'm not the person that's going to bring clothes with me to work and go straight from work to the gym. Like, that's not the kind of person I am.
And you do feel like that guy when you have like a gym bag at like I don't know, when I would be like leaving in the morning with like a gym bag, and I never took it into work, but it was like, I feel like that guy just carrying a gym bag. Yeah, sometimes I go to the gym, no big deal.
But if I can sit here and throw on the Mandalorian and just like crush some curls and like lat raises and shit like that while
curls get the girls, bro.
Exactly, dude. I gotta get the fucking pythons back up.
Get
maybe
the
do a little
glamour muscles
chest.
Going.
Get rid of some of the man tits.
Dude, I mean, we were our buddy Keith from Southern Star actually had shared a picture of us up at the tap room a year ago today as we were recording this. And you were like, man, I looked so fat. And I was just thinking, like,
I was huge.
It was last summer, though. I feel like you went up to Maine and, like, you were very concerned about like, hey, I gotta change some shit because I don't want to buy 2 seats. And like,
Yeah.
like I remember we were 100% like, I can't believe he's actually sticking with this. And then like you stuck
I
with
looked
it,
up
and
before
like,
we started 9 months.
fuck, dude. I'm proud of you, man.
That was part
It
of
takes
the
a
other thing I was
lot.
thinking. I was like, because I've lost like 55 pounds now, and that was with doing nothing, like no physical activity. So I was like, I could probably shed a couple more now. Like, okay, so yesterday I had to go run by just to pick up, I don't know, food or whatever the fuck I was getting from Walmart. And I put on my jeans, and I was like, it's actually kind of loose now. So I when I started this, I was wearing 44s. I've been wearing 42s for a while. But then I noticed, like, there was some room. So I picked up 38s, like, didn't even try them on. I was like, these have got it. Bam.
Nice.
Just nailed it on the guess.
Nice.
So I've dropped fucking 6 pant sizes doing goddamn nothing. I was like, so if I can actually start burning a couple calories here and there while not having to change my lifestyle at all, why not?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But like, I'm proud of you, man. Like, and it feels like it's been way longer that like you were trying to just not be the guy I had to buy 2 seats. And like, I remember when you were gone for those 2 weeks, Robert, and I was like, at one point I was like, do you think he's going to stick with that? Like, he's not going to stay keto when he comes back. And
I've never stuck with anything in my life.
No. And then you did it, but you have though. You have, and I know a lot of it's because of your sister, and your sister is the cook in your family. That
well, just because it's so easy.
Helping like keep you going and everything. But like shout out to the 2 of you guys. Like, y'all are fucking killing it, and like, I'm proud of you, man. Like, you, as somebody that doesn't stick to most things normally in my life, when I see somebody else do it, like, I gotta give props. Like, I'm proud of you, man.
I should have started because like my buddy had like said it to me earlier, but like if I'd actually comprehended that I could lose weight while eating as much meat and cheese as I want and still drinking all the liquor in the world.
It's basically like, do you like charcuterie boards and whiskey? Here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just hammer salami and cheddar and drink your bourbon straight.
We just broke down what keto is. It's charcuterie boards and booze and whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
And I've been cutting back on the fucking Coke Zeros and shit too lately. Just because I felt like it got to a point where I was going to work and hammering like 4 of those a day. Just because I was tired all the time because I was drinking too late and not getting up. But also I did buy K-Cups. I was like, I think I'm going to get into drinking a little coffee.
Dude, I told you I've been on that. Like, I think my comeback kit a couple weeks ago was coffee, because I was like, I get it. Like, these people are like, I can't start my day without my coffee. I'm like, I totally, like, I don't get a lot of sleep, but I totally feel awake when I've had a cup of coffee. This I don't know, like, I just try to get the strongest shit ever. I don't put anything in it because I don't want to like enjoy it. I just try and get whatever I can get that's strong. And there's like
Death Wish?
No.
I almost got some of those, but I was like, I don't need that much energy.
There is one that's like jet fuel. There's like the flavor of the one that I have, and it tastes like jet fuel. It's not good. But like when I'm doing that Big Brother podcast during the season, which I think may be happening actually, guys, but not to get sidetracked. When I'm doing that Big Brother podcast where like I'm doing double podcasts sometimes, and I'm like up late recording after the show and stuff, like I was crushing that because it has like the highest caffeine in a K-Cup that I could get on Amazon. But then this Cafe Bustelo espresso style kind is the kind I got, and it's like, I'm not a big coffee guy, but it's pretty good for just black coffee. So like, check out that shit.
Well, really the main reason I got
the bomb, dude.
I just wanted another, like, if I was going to stop drinking so much soda, I just wanted something else to drink with flavor.
I'm gonna go find out the name of the other one while you guys are finished.
So that's what that was my whole thinking behind it. Was like, I can start drinking some coffee because eventually seltzers, I'm just gonna be tired of them. Like the seltzer water, like they're good, but it's.
So are you having soda at all, or did you completely cut it out?
I mean, not completely. Like cheat day today, I got 2. I was trying to find the. I went to Kroger earlier and I wanted to get the Dr. Pepper cream soda one to really try it out, but they didn't have it, so I ended up getting a cherry Coke orange, or a cherry Coke and an orange Coke. Mm-hmm. And I crushed both those earlier, but I just wanted coffee so I could have another drink with some flavor in it.
I do think another reason that helps you stick to this, just my hypothesizing in my brain, and correct me if I'm wrong, is like I talked to Liz Marshall, I believe last week. She's the bodybuilder, like fit chick that she was like, I allow myself a cheat day, and like her cheat day like is really just a cheat meal. And I was like, well, no, like, because like I like that your cheat day is like, fuck it, It's my day. This is my day. Daddy's gonna have what Daddy wants to have, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Like
And it's
today,
like I think
for breakfast,
that probably helps
got,
you stick on to it, right? Like where you're like, I don't fucking care, because you can look forward to Wednesday being like, I'm gonna get this,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna get my Southern Star, and I'm gonna get all this. Oh, it was
And most
Revy
people-
coffee, by the way.
most people do it cheat day. They'll do it like once a month. I'm like, I can't do it. But like this morning, I had a fucking apple fritter, a boudin kolache, and then a couple jalapeno sausage and cheese kolaches. Like I went ham. But some days I'll just be like, well, I'm gonna have beer today, and I'll still just eat regular. Like I just started buying ground turkey. My buddy will get that and just do that with cheddar cheese on top. Fucking dope.
It is
Just
something
meat and
dope.
cheese, man.
Meat
Simple.
and cheese, baby. Charcuterie boards. That's what keto is.
Charcuterie board. No, that doesn't work.
No, because I learned how to say it, so I gotta keep saying it.
No, I was trying to
That way.
throw keto into the middle of it, but it doesn't work.
Charcuterie board.
That's why I was like, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's close, but it's not there.
A for effort, though. A for effort, though. But that's
Charcuterie
that,
keto.
so. That's where you been.
Yeah, got new pants.
All right, and that might be the last where you been for a little bit. I guess we'll like.
Which, I mean,
if,
we'll
if we
still
do
end up
anything
being-
crazy, we'll talk about what we did. But
I mean,
just-
we can't keep on topic anyway, so I'm sure we'll end up talking about what we've done this week or the previous week. But
honestly, like, it's
the
just for
segment
us
itself,
to like
we're just gonna back
keep
off
you
until we
guys
actually do
entertained.
things.
It'll probably be more entertaining than like this is the video games that I have played again, and I also watched the same thing I've watched before.
Oh yeah, I replayed Call of Duty World War II's campaign
Did we
because
kill the Nazis
because
again.
the D-Day, the June 6th was the anniversary of the D-Day invasion. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home today, and I'm gonna fucking invade Normandy.
But we beat the Nazis again, right?
Yeah, I fucking taught those goddamn Nazi
Good.
bastards a lesson.
Good.
Lots of headshots.
Good. All right. As long as we beat the Nazis, I'm happy about that. All right. That was our Where You Been segment. Next week, send us years. Start sending us years. Hashtag PTG Time Machine.
Actually, I kinda
Send
don't
us
want
a
them to.
random year.
Because they're going to look up years that shit happened. I just want us to randomly.
We don't have
like,
to pick the years
pick
they
a
send
year.
us, but we can pick
You know,
a good one.
You know what we should do? Random number generator and have it like what should be the cutoff? Like 1948. So between 48 and like or in like 2006, and we do a random number generator or whatever it gives us. That's the year.
Yeah.
Because I don't want any bias going. I want complete and utter randomness.
Right.
I think that's the way to do it.
What if we narrow it down to like 4 years, and then we put like a poll up, and then they can pick. Because I want the Gravy Gang to be able to weigh in on it at all. But like we'll narrow it down to like 4 years, maybe. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. Who knows? We might just tell you a
see.
random year next year.
You
or
guys
next
send
week.
send us years if we get enough. Then maybe once we get the years, we'll write them down and just pull one out of the hat.
Just
keep it random.
don't look up anything before you hit us up. Just
Because even if there's
hashtag PTG Time Machine, and then just 19 punch your keyboard twice and let us know what the other two numbers are, and that'll be it.
Because here's the thing: even if they give us a year where something major happened, we don't have to really. We can just skim over the major thing and get to like weird minor shit that happened.
It's like a book club. It's a book club. We get to pick whatever we want from the year, and we just get to share a few things. Let's share
like
at
it.
least. Each of us will have at least 2 topics from that year that we bring up, and they can sometimes be the same thing. But if they're not, then we have 6 little interesting things from a random year, and we're all going to learn a little bit. And then
Mike Tyson
we can also-
graduated the 6th grade.
And then we can also label this a history podcast.
That's true.
So if you think about it,
I
it's
was a
just one
history
more-
minor for a little bit in college, man. I'm a big history
See?
fan.
Hey, now you're gonna be a history major, bro. You'll be a history major. All right. That was our Where You Been segment. Let's get into the comeback kid of the week. But before we do that, I'll tell you guys about our favorite beer ever, Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in all of the world. Next Monday's quarantine episode, I sat down with Dave from Southern Star, the founder and CEO. I also hung out with our boy Angel, who's been on the podcast before, Angel Cardenas. And then we had Winston Cook, who played at our Christmas Spooktacular. And all 3 of them, it was a whole smorgasbord of Southern Star family on Pass the Gravy that I recorded with earlier this week. It's a lot of fun. We talk about everything. Like, Dave is just a wide open book. We talk about everything. He talks a little bit about beer. We just talk about whether or not maybe they're going to get in the Seltzer game, all kinds of awesome stuff. It's a great conversation. Check out next Monday's quarantine podcast with Southern Star. But I'm going to head up to Southern Star this weekend. Saturday, me and some of the West Ham boys from the Bayou Ironworks going to head up there, make a little trip, chill for a couple hours. I've been texting with Keith, and I was like, shoot, I just fucking miss you. Like, I know we're not supposed to be, like, breaking social distance, but I'm just fucking hug him. I'm going to fucking hug the shit out of that guy because I miss him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a lost brother to me right now. I was like, I'm gonna hug your neck. I'm just gonna say, I don't fucking care. If I get Rona and I go, I don't care. I'm gonna go drinking some Southern Star. That's how I'll go. I'll be fine. That's a fine way to go.
I can't wait to actually get some cans of Sunday brunch. I'm going up end of June.
I'm so excited.
I know I was planning on just like swinging by, saying hi, grabbing some beer, but I'm probably going to end up spending like an hour there.
It's hard. Yeah, you can't just stop by and hang with those because one, they're the fucking coolest motherfuckers in the entire world, and two, like, I want more of that beer. Like, you can't let me crack open a beer and then expect me to have one and leave because it's the best beer ever. And like, if that doesn't sell you in Southern Star, I don't know what will. You can get it at most liquor stores and Houston area stores that carry beer. I know Total Wine, Specs, Goody, they all have it. They got the strawberry bombshell blonde, perfect for drinking around the pool. And one of the things I was telling Dave is, like, I love Southern Star cans all their beers. And he'll tell you why they can all their beers on the podcast. So that's another teaser. But, like, I was like, it's perfect for, like, when you're at the beach or you go to the pool. Every apartment pool says no glass. You never have to worry about, like, oh, so-and-so brought a bunch of Miller Lights. Well, what an idiot, because you can't go to the pool with your Miller Light bottles. You know what you can go to the pool with? All your fucking Southern Star.
And it's pool season.
You have at all. It's pool season. It's strawberry bomby season. Right now I'm drinking an Echo in Conroe. It's the tits, the strawberry bombshells, the regular blonde bombshells, whether it's the red can or the blue can. It's getting 4th of July. You might as well just get a bunch of both because it's red, white, and blue. Be patriotic. That's how we do it here. You like the IPAs? They got the Conspiracy Theory. They got the Subatomico Juicy IPA. All kinds of beer. Something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company. They're now back to regular tap room hours. Come hang out with me for a little bit on Saturday. I'll be up there kind of early. But, yeah, it's 3525 North Fraser Street in Conroe. Try that Sunday brunch. The best beer in the entire world. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. This, guys, is the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Our first Comeback Kid this week is Drew Brees. Drew Brees had himself, like, I guess you would say it was a downfall and then a come up, like, real quick. And
roller coaster.
Honestly, though, like, I feel like this was, like, good for not like good that like I don't know, I guess it's hard to say something like that is good that it happened in the first place, but I do feel like it showed like kind of how society does work, where it's like a lot of people want to just tear you down and then like they'll let you build yourself back up sometimes, but just tearing people down I think is a big thing right now in 2020. I'm not saying that there are people that don't need to be taken down or whatever, but like I think Drew Brees didn't realize what he was commenting, like he didn't realize the severity of what he was commenting on. And he like, misspoke about why I don't think anybody – but he was on NBC Finance. Like, he was not on, like, NBC Finance, hey, let's talk about race relations in the United States of America.
Yeah, so real quick, for people
they were
that
talking
don't
about
know,
finance, and then they threw him a question about that, and that was his answer.
For people that don't know, is he basically said he'll still never be can never get behind people kneeling during the national anthem because his grandparents served or something along those lines. And just like, and I know the question was just thrown at you, but like, dude, read the room. Like he is the Jameis Winston, like what Jameis Winston is to reading defenses. That's what he was to reading the fucking room right there. He just threw a pick to the middle linebacker because he never saw him.
Yeah, it was definitely not the best choice of words.
Like but Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, like 2 or 3 other teammates came out and like didn't really shit on him, but like put out like tweets just like
not
dude,
condoning
what
he said, yeah. And then
like,
and you could tell
Alvin
they were
Kamara
upset.
hit him with the side eyes.
You could tell they were upset. But then what I kind of thought was like to try like I don't know. This is a very serious topic, so I'm not trying to be like weird about it, but it's like I'm trying to just make sure that I'm wording everything I'm saying correctly. So again, like we don't have anything taken out of context. Like I think that you are allowed to feel however you want to feel, but to voice everything to voice it. That's not necessarily the best way to like get things out right now. Where like especially if it's a place of hate. And I don't think Drew Brees is speaking out of a place of hate. There are people like I'm not saying you're not allowed to hate people. Like everybody's allowed to do whatever they want to do. To like act on those things is a totally different thing that now we're saying, oh, yeah, there's consequences to actions. No shit, Sherlock. But, like, I think Drew Brees didn't understand really. Like, he was more talking about the kneeling thing. He wasn't talking about the Black Lives Matter movement and society.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
And black people and everything that they've had to deal with being an American forever, honestly. And so then he had some people talk to him, and I feel like he educated himself. And really, that's kind of what all this was, like, I feel like about initially. Like, I mean, obviously to get people like you shouldn't be killed because of the color of your skin when you get pulled over by a police officer. I 100% am behind that. But I think like the conversation, we were talking about that last week. The conversation needs to be had. And if it's a tough conversation, I think this forced Drew Brees to have that tough conversation. And then Donald Trump tweeted him like, you shouldn't have to apologize. Why'd you apologize? And he was like, it's not about the flag. It wasn't about the flag. He misunderstood. Yeah. How other people had looked at it because because Drew Brees had only looked at it from Drew Brees' point of view. And that's a hard thing for people to do, is to take somebody else's point of view and apply it to yourself, and just the whole walk a mile in their shoes. And like Drew Brees has never been able to walk around as an African-American. I get that. But to have Michael Thomas or whoever it was that talked to him, walk him through like all that stuff. And then for Drew Brees to understand it, or to not understand it, but to be able to like take it in and like learn from it. And I think he did. And I'm glad, because I was like, are we going to really cancel Drew Brees over something that, like, I don't think he meant in the way that it was being taken. And I think he was able to explain to teammates in that. And then they vouched for him. They're like, no, I think he learned. Our quarterback talked to us. That's my fucking quarterback. And then he fucking clapped back at Trump, who was like, I don't want to take political sides, but like Trump was trying to stir the fucking pot and trying to cause some
100%.
Shit. And like Drew Brees like, no, it's not about that. It wasn't about that. It was about this. And like, I think that was the perfect response he could have given.
Yeah, and I 100% get where he's coming, because that was always my take on it too. Was just like, I'm not going to get behind people protesting the anthem, and that's why I always hated the knee. But like I always said, I don't like it, but 100% respect everyone's ability to do it, because that's what it is.
That was kind of also it was like, I don't agree. I wouldn't do it, but I think people have the right to do it.
But that's what I've also flipped on too, is because like, when Kaepernick was doing it, I was like, God, I don't like it. Like, I'm fine with him doing it, but blah, 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 because I don't like people protesting the anthem. But it was one of those things where, like, you know, they're not protesting the fucking anthem. It's just that's the best spot to give it visibility.
It's a non-violent protest,
like,
and that's what everybody tweeted that.
I was like, how do you still not fucking get this, dude? Like, if my fucking hard-headed ass can fucking comprehend this at this point, you're 41. You should be able to fucking, like, connect. Like, that's not what they're doing. Which I still, like I said, I don't like protesting the anthem, but that's not what's going on.
I'd rather you do
they're
that
not protesting the anthem. They're protesting during the anthem. That's a
I'd rather
big
you protest the
disconnect.
anthem than like hurt someone.
Yeah,
you know.
But it's a big disconnect between protesting the anthem and protesting during the anthem to give visibility to something, which is something I just didn't fucking get before.
Yeah, and like. I think a lot of times it's really, you just have to, it's whether it be just an uncomfortable conversation you have to have, whether it be you doing some research, or whether you just being kind of like trying to look at that from your own point of view. If that were you, if the shoe were on the other foot, just trying to look at it that way. And I think Drew Brees did that. And I'm happy that like the whole world doesn't just like hate him still. I know there's people that are still not team Drew Brees, and there's never going to be people that are 100% after anything like that. But like, I personally thought he learned from it, and I mean, it doesn't fucking matter what my opinion is. It just like I gotta know. But Drew Brees, we had to talk about that. We talked about sports. Drew Brees was back for that, and like there was a moment where we were like, Drew Brees is like the golden boy. Like, is he done?
Especially New
like,
Orleans,
what the fuck? Yeah,
he's done.
They were burning
so
his jersey, all of that. But I don't know.
It's like everything else. When you say something people don't like, and even once you issue an apology, there's going to be people that accept and people that will never accept it because they're like, well, you said the bad thing, so it's impossible that you'll ever learn and understand. Once you say it, it's out there, and there's people that'll that don't think any humans have the ability to fucking grow or learn from stupid shit that they've said.
That's
Which,
one
if
of my
that was
biggest
true,
things.
like, God help me if I couldn't learn from dumb shit I
Same,
did when I was
hand
16.
up, yeah, same here. But that's one of the things that I don't understand a lot of times, where it's like people are like people are very quick to excuse like actions of their past that may be questionable or bad, and be like, look, I learned a lot. That was stupid. That's not who I am today. And I think that like then a lot of times the same type of people like that are also the people like, well, you said this, that means this is who you are, and you are insert whatever buzzword I'm using to call this person or label this person as. This is how you are. That's the only answer to it. And it's like, no, like you're not looking at the fact that somebody can grow, learn from something that's happened in the past. Like after like certain people that like they just don't believe that anybody can like grow or anything like that. Like pedophiles, fuck you. Like I'm not saying like them, like, you know, like once a child toucher, like you're always going to be that child toucher or whatever it is. But it's like, I think people can say things that they like, you know, like The Office is a great example of it, where like The Office wouldn't air today. The Office is like, people still watch it because The Office is so weird to look back at in that context and stuff like that. Like you couldn't say that shit, but I don't think that like Steve Carell meant that he thinks that being gay is a choice. I think that was a character, that was a TV show. And I think there's a lot of times where people like do things that they don't mean, but then they learn from it. And as long as you learn from it, I think that's what this whole human experience that we're all in is about. And that's me preaching to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, I feel like. Drew Brees.
Yeah, let's move on.
Comeback kid.
Yeah,
Drew Brees, comeback kid.
Literal
our next
and
comeback
figurative.
kid is defunding the police. This is a big one because Cops got canceled. Paramount canceled Cops.
The show.
The TV show Cops got canceled.
And Live PD.
Live PD, it didn't get canceled yet. I saw it is on the hot.
I thought it did. Oh, it's
probably
why?
Going to. It's red zone for Cops.
I get
Cops. It's a bad time. It's a bad time right now, I feel like.
But like, few things are more exhilarating than watching a meth head get fucking tackled because he took off.
And
running.
that was my like. Not to bring race into it again, but I would say like 70% of Cops was just white meth heads or domestic disputes between like redneck white people.
Or just and car chases.
And car
Everyone
chases,
loves a
which is what
car
I'm here
chase,
for.
but when you've got 700 channels now, it used to be there was 8 channels, and when a car chase was happening, everything cut to the car chase. All the networks were covering it, and that was exhilarating as things got in America.
I follow like
now
a car chase account on Twitter, and I watch the entire thing. If I see it posted, I'm like, oh, let's go. It's in LA. Cool.
The only time you see car chases anymore is on Cops. That shit's exhilarating. Or clips later on Twitter and stuff like that. But like to see the dash cam footage of them fucking chasing the guy, and then he fucking spins out and goes into a ditch. Cops was awesome.
Yep.
How often did you guys watch the show though?
When I was a kid, like growing up, that was like on Saturdays, like college football was on, and then at dinner when that like afternoon game kind of wound down or was over, we'd flip it over to Cops. We'd watch.
Here's my
thing. But recently, how often are you guys watching it?
I haven't been watching a lot of TV recently, but I'd say in the last month I've watched Cops at least. But like this thing, you never plan on watching
definitely
Cops.
In the last month. Yeah, sometimes, but like, there's been like there'll be like a marathon on. You're like, well, there's 2 episodes I just got in.
I don't know. You're scrolling and you go, let's check in on Cops, and then all of a sudden,
sometimes it's a good episode, sometimes it's not. Yeah, there's going to be a generation of kids that aren't going to understand the reference in Step Brothers when they're like, "Why are you sweaty?" I
was watching Cops. Yeah, dude, your fucking adrenaline pumps. But
you do sweat because you're like, oh fuck.
Cops still does numbers in the ratings.
Not good ones. Not good ones. I'm looking at them now, actually.
I thought they were still doing decent ones. But, I mean, that's like I said, that's also a
they're
thing.
all rerun.
800 fucking channels. But, like, it's just more of a childhood nostalgia thing. I don't want to not have the option of doing Cops.
Well, they still run the Cosby Show.
Not doing Cops.
They still run the Cosby Show on some channels. Like, can they at least run reruns?
Some channel will pick it up. Because now that Cops has been thrown out there, that it's being taken away, somebody's going to buy the rights to it and put it on, and they'll get a bunch of advertising dollars for a week, a month. And then it's just one of those shows. There's 900 channels. Sometimes you just got to fill airtime, and Cops is the perfect fill airtime show.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, MTV just put Rob Dyrdek's ridiculousness on like 6 out of 7 days a week for 4 or 5 hours a day.
Dude, maybe it's an unpopular opinion. I can't stand that show. One, that Chanel West Coast chick, her obnoxious laugh is just weird to me. But like, I don't know. Like, I could watch YouTube videos if I wanted to see the funniest wipeouts on a jet ski. Like,
it's a worse version of Tosh.
It is. Like, he doesn't have funny jokes.
In
and like, now, I mean, you've been on a scooter, right? Now, how many times have you ever put a scooter and it's landed in your nuts? Here's 75 videos of that exact same thing happening.
This is a segment
and
we call
Chanel West Coast like,
yeah, like
that's all she
Sterling's
does.
way better than her on that show. He's not bad. Just as the guy that like rewinds
the rewind
and
guy
occasionally says a thing.
Now roll that one back. It's like, Rob, what are you doing?
Hold on. What's this white bitch doing in the background? It's
like,
just
you
like
couldn't give Rob a clicker? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, Rob couldn't just have a remote where he's like, rewind. Done.
It's just one of those.
No, rewind that
it's
again.
one of those things where they identified a show that people will watch, and then they just.
I mean, people have to be watching it. People have to be watching it because it's on all the time. So it's like Teen Mom on MTV. Like, I was like, who the fuck watches 8,000 episodes of Teen Mom in a row? Somebody has to, because they have 97 seasons of it.
I want to see now in the next month what Numbers Live PD does now. Because if people are scared of that one going away and it's still on, because it's a lot like it's basically also Cops, except they put a guy in the center
It's
of it.
Cops with the NFL Red Zone package.
Yeah, it's Red Zone Cops. That's what it is.
Like, they'll be like, all right, well, we're investigating a college party that's getting a little out of hand here in Arizona. But before we do that, we have a domestic dispute over in Colorado, and we're gonna go over to that. And they're like, get him down. He's on the ground. We got him.
It's just Cops with a host.
A chase right now. And it's like, I know nowadays.
Making it seem like they're cutting live to different feeds,
well,
which they're
most
not
of them
doing.
are replays now, but like originally they were live. Like they were just on like whatever the 1 minute delay that they probably had on that. But yeah, I don't know. Like the idea of it was great, but I guess like given all the shit that's going on right now, maybe like I can understand a network being like, we kind of want to separate ourselves from this shit.
Yeah.
Like just the nostalgia of it, like you said.
It's sad, man, because it's a good show. They're good shows.
Yeah. And
They're
just like I remember
but
story, one of the cops the first cops cameraman, he was like, you had we didn't have these tiny cameras that they have now. Like I had to lug around a giant ass camera. When they were chasing a perp, like I'm hopping over fences with a camera.
And dude, that's what makes me mad is those camera feeds. Yeah, they were shaky because they're running with a 20-pound camera up on their shoulder. But they still kept it pointed at the action. But if you see a fight video on fucking Reddit, they can't, like, they're standing on the side with their cell phone and they can't keep it fucking pointed at the thing. Those cops cameramen were fucking pros.
Really shows you the pros are. So yeah, Cops is going away. So defunding the police is the comeback kid for this one. Also, maybe my most exciting comeback kid this week, Fight Island. It's back. I believed that Dana White knew what he was talking about. It seemed kind of like it was a gimmick, and maybe it wasn't true initially. But like I was like, Dana, if there's gonna be anybody that's gonna actually have a Fight Island, it's Dana White. And we have Mortal Kombat Island now. It's also in Yas Island.
Best name.
Yas.
You guys gonna fight?
YAS Island. Like it's in Abu Dhabi. Fuck. Yes, they're gonna have an octagon on the beach. They have 4 events there in July.
Is this one of those created islands?
I don't know. I don't
feel like they made a bunch of islands off of Abu Dhabi, but who cares?
Yeah,
they created an island to fight on.
Paige Van Zant, I saw, is going to fight there in one of the things. I just know she posted on her Instagram. I'm a big Paige Van Zant fan here. But yeah, Fight Island, it's everything we ever wanted, and it's going to be a thing. And like, I hope it stays forever, even though I thought Dana bought the island. Apparently, he just rented the island. So I don't think it's going to be a permanent thing. It makes sense, though. You can't have everything on Fight Island forever. They're going to want to go back to Vegas and travel and take the whole thing on the road whenever they can. But Fight Island, dude, fuck yeah. I cannot wait. If you don't think – like, we're doing a PTG live stream of whatever the first fight is there, the first fight night. I think it's UFC 251. I want to say it's July 11th. So, like, a month from basically when we're recording this. We're going to do –
Ooh, that's 2 days after my birthday. I'll count it as like a little birthday party.
birthday party / UFC fight night watch party. Like, I know Todd Voss is always hitting us up on the UFC events. Like, hey, we're doing a Gravy Gang hangout. We're doing one then. Mark that. All right. Fight Island, comeback kid. Another comeback kid staying with sports is Reggie Bush. He and USC are cool now.
Yeah.
So they're unsevering ties with him. I thought that just meant that they finally decided that, hey, it's been enough time. I didn't realize there was an NCAA sanctioned 10-year disassociation. OJ Mayo, ring a bell?
Oh, I didn't know that.
The basketball player. Also,
OJ's back too.
Also is being undisassociated with by
I didn't know
USC.
that there was a mandatory ban period.
Well, don't worry, because none of his stats count still, so none of that happened.
Yeah. He actually wasn't the best player in college football that year.
Which is the most worthless thing the NCAA does. They're like, you have to vacate those wins. Like, all right, cool, because we didn't watch those games.
Yeah.
The NCAA didn't make money off of those games or anything.
We don't remember these all-time classic games. That didn't happen.
Heisman.
I don't still get viscerally angry when I think about Reggie Bush pushing Matt Leinart into the end zone.
Oh yeah,
to beat Notre Dame when Notre Dame was wearing the green jerseys. I don't get extra angry when I think about the play before Matt Leinart took off to the left and got tackled, and the game would have ended there. But he's such a bitch. He fumbled and the ball went out of bounds. I don't fucking think about this shit all the time too, because that was the last time Notre Dame wore the green jerseys in like a real meaningful time. Because I think they only wear the green jerseys against the number 1 team in the nation.
Oh, really?
So that actually might be the last time that they wore the green jerseys, because they don't fucking play those great. No, I think they've done it on senior year or on senior week sometime since then. But yeah, that game didn't happen. I'm actually like getting angry again right now just talking about
That's good, though. That's good. But, yeah, dude, Reggie Bush is back. Just Reggie Bush was a freak, man.
I was watching highlights today, and I was like, I used to hate Reggie so much because he was USC. But just watching the highlights today, I was like,
he was a video game in real life.
God damn. Like, God damn, that dude was electric.
But then also, like, remember, like, Pete Carroll just got off scot-free, and, like, Reggie, they pretended they punished him. But it was like, yeah, his mom and his family still got a house and a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Still got that. You can't take that away. I guess you can, but he's in the NFL now. He was the second overall draft pick, making bank. Yeah, well, I don't have to go stand on the sideline.
That sure showed me. I took care of my family when we needed financial help, and I had a lot of fun in college, but later on my stats are erased. Ooh, that's a real deterrent.
So OJ got to keep his Heisman. Are you saying that OJ is more deserving of a Heisman than Reggie Bush, USC, by not giving it back to him?
I mean, he's as deserving. He was the best player in college football that year.
Yeah, but Reggie's never been in trouble for allegedly murdering someone.
That was also like 20 years later.
I know. I'm just trying to point. Like, USC Heisman's clouded in controversy. OJ, Reggie, and I'm even going to throw Matt Leinart in it because, like, Matt Leinart was getting a little something. You think Matt Leinart was a clean recruit? I don't think he was.
I mean, I could definitely see it. See, here's the thing when I think about recruit benefits and shit like that. I don't know what most of these guys' family lives are. Like, that's where the recruiting benefits come in. Is like, if you're wealthy, you don't really
Parents don't need a car.
I don't think those guys are getting like. USC was one of the most, it's USC. It isn't now what it was then. But to get a scholarship to be the fucking quarterback at USC, if your family doesn't need financial assistance, I don't think you're really looking for it in that situation.
Well, I'm throwing it on Matt Leinart anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, fuck him too. But by the way, another USC player that I hated back then, but now I like Matt Leinart. Like, I think he's good at his job. He's entertaining.
I think he's good at his job. I fucking hated him as a player, though, too. I was glad he was a bust.
Because he went to USC. So fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. I liked Steve Smith out of that USC team, though. Shout out to him, helping the Giants win a Super Bowl.
USC, fuck him.
But other than that, yeah, Reggie Bush, comeback kid. Another comeback kid is Bill Burr. Old Billy Red Balls. He's got himself a weekend coming up here.
Oh, he's got himself a big weekend.
It's no secret he's my favorite comedian, at least like favorite active comedian. I love
Samesies.
Bill Burr. He's the best. And yeah, F is for Family. I believe it's season 4 coming out on Netflix on Friday. And also, he's like in a huge role in Pete Davidson's The King of Staten Island. It's a Judd Apatow movie. I've seen a lot of people are saying, like, a lot of the reviews that I've seen of it say it's like Judd Apatow's best movie, and he's made a fuckload of movies. So that's
Yeah, I
saying
watched
a
that
lot.
review 19 times today too, where he throws it in the pool.
I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna definitely be tuning into both over the weekend. But F is for Family on Netflix. If you haven't watched that, like if you're into Family Guy type humor, throw like nostalgia, like throw it into
Or
like
Bill
the
Burr at
70s,
all.
80s, or just any Bill Burr, you're gonna like it. But if you're into like
Raunchy
Family Guy
cartoons,
humor,
all of it.
check it out because it's pretty great. Yeah, he
Yeah,
always said that.
I'm
Like,
thinking I'm gonna rent it on Friday. Like I'm
definitely going
very
to.
jazzed. I haven't been this excited for a movie in a while. Like I think this is gonna be fucking really good. Not just in that.
I would have
like,
gone to the
think
theaters to
funny.
see this one if
It-
the theaters
it's-
were actually.
I was saying to somebody yesterday, I was like, God damn, I miss movie theaters.
I don't necessarily miss movie theaters, but I would have gone to a theater to see this.
But just like like seeing a movie for the first time in the theater, like especially like an action movie or a Star Wars or like a Marvel movie, that's where you need to experience it for the first time to get the huge screen, the surround sound, like you can feel the energy. And I feel like I mean, this one maybe not so much. Like I would, I'm gonna sit here in my cave and just watch it by myself and enjoy it. But like I haven't been jacked up like this for a movie in a while. And actually part of the movie theater thing is when you're in the movie theater, you don't get tempted to check your phone. If you're just sitting in your room watching a movie, you'll find yourself just picking up your phone and scrolling Twitter.
That's true. Try putting it in a
when
different
you're in
room.
the theater, your attention is 100% locked. It might be the last place in America where people 100% lock in and forget their phones for a couple hours.
That's a good call.
Even though some people will still check it, and you're like, get the fuck out of the theater.
Put it down now. Yeah,
Or
you
like,
want to just yell at them.
If you're gonna flip your phone just off your lap slightly, turn down your phone screen. If you're gonna be in the movie theater,
agreed.
If all of a sudden I see a goddamn fucking bolt of lightning stretch through the goddamn room because somebody flips over their phone to look at it and their screen's on full blast, that shit pisses me off.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that for sure. But yeah, Bill Burr, big fucking weekend for him. And it's also his birthday today. Happy birthday, Billy Balls. Happy birthday,
Bill Burr.
He's like 51, 52, something like that. Happy birthday, Bill Burr. Big Bill Burr fan here. And if you're not listening to if you haven't watched any Bill Burr on Netflix, like, what are you doing? Robert, have you seen any Bill Burr, anything? I think Robert would think F is for Family is funny.
I haven't seen anything of his.
Like, F is for Family is like, do you like Family Guy?
Yes, I do.
You like South Park? It's like that humory, but like in an older time, I guess. He always says like, you can't, like, his sense of humor, he's like, I can't just do whatever I want on a screen if it's real people. But with a cartoon, you can get away with anything you want. And so that's why he was like, no, I'm not fucking acting in this. I'm going to do a cartoon. And Netflix was like, all right, whatever. And he did it. It's pretty good, though. It's like growing up in like the 70s and shit, like with all that shit. It's pretty fun, though. It's a good show. The 30-minute episode, you can burn through it all. He always jokes that it's like, I spend 7 months working on a season and you can burn through it in like 5 hours.
Less, because I think it's only 6 episodes a thing, right? 6 episodes a season?
6 or 8, yeah, something like that.
Might be 8.
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, Bill Burr is back. And then our last comeback kid that I have for the week is Darling Like a Marlin, guys. Darling Like a Marlin, because Michael Jordan reeled in a 442-pound marlin off the coast of North Carolina in a fishing tournament this weekend. And some might say that's Darling Like a Marlin, my friend. Some might say that. Not all, but some might say that. Also,
I don't think – I think there's like maybe 2 people that would say that.
Some. Those are some people, though. And then speaking of that, I did talk to Dave Fordron of Southern Star Brewing Company, CEO, on Monday's episode coming up, and pitched Darling Like a Marlin Ale to him. Do we have a beer? I guess you'll have to tune in then to find out.
Pass the Ale is a much just cleaner name.
No, Darling like a marlin. It's got to be weird. It's got to be our thing. Darling like a marlin. Michael Jordan is on board with darling like a marlin, clearly because he's going marlin fishing. Like, I'm sure. Like, I didn't see video, but I'm pretty sure he probably was like, that is darling like a marlin. Look at that. It's 442 pounds. Darling. It's probably exactly what Michael Jordan sounded like when he was reeling that bad boy in.
I'm going
You
to
don't
agree to
think so?
disagree on that. That doesn't sound like
I'm going to
a
disagree.
very
to
Michael
disagree.
Jordan statement.
That seems like something you would say. But that's our final comeback kid. Darling like a marlin. People are saying it. Our next segment is the What Would Jesus Do segment. Now, if you'd like to throw Jesus in a situation in today's times, in 2020, this crazy time we're living in, use the hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NotPatD. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Hashtag PTGWWJD. We're going to do this segment as long as you guys keep submitting stuff for it. Hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us by our good friend Josh Tree Cottle at Joshua Tree 713. Josh says, would Jesus go by Jesus or Jesus?
I mean, it just depends on the language of the area he's in.
Well, I think you go by Jesus now.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's in Mexico, he's going to be, yeah, call me Jesus. I don't think he's going to have like a straight – he's not going to be the kind of person that corrects you on his name pronunciation.
What about JC?
Let it slide. I don't think
J Money. Could I call Jesus J Money? I bet
I think you could call him whatever you want. I don't think he's going to push having a nickname, but whatever you want to call him, he's going to be like, yeah, what's up? What's up, dude?
I think it'd be Jesus. If you had to pick one, I think it'd probably be Jesus, though.
Yeah, but he would never correct you.
He wouldn't correct you, no.
Whatever you
But
want.
you had to
He's
pick
just like,
one.
yeah.
What does he go by? What, like when you're like, what's your name? Hi, I'm Pat. What do you think he says?
Jesus.
Bitch, you don't know me?
Well,
My dad is
let's see.
God.
I don't know. How do you say Jesus in Aramaic? Whatever his native tongue is, I guess.
Don't know.
Well, what was the name in Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade when he had to like walk on the steps of Jesus's name, or was it God's name? But like it was different in their
Didn't he
language, like
speak
it wasn't
Hebrew?
J-E-S-U. He
Yeshua.
was a Jew, so he probably spoke Hebrew. Yeah,
Yeshua.
yeah, that was something like that, but it started with a different letter in
It's
Hebrew.
Yeshua. The name Jesus is an English equivalent transition of the Greek name, and then there's a bunch of letters that are not on our keyboard, pronounced as Iesus, which is a transliteration of the Hebrew name, also in Hebrew, which is not on our keyboard, pronounced Yeshua.
All right, so he probably go by Yeshua.
Yeshua. Which is kind of like Joshua, which is kind of cool. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd go by Yeshua. The answer, Josh, is none of the above. He'd go by Yeshua. I think we all learned a little bit today. We all did learn a little bit. All right. That's our What Would Jesus Do? If you got one, hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod, and that's how we'll get to it. Let's move on to our not cool segment, guys. Now, I'll tell you one thing that's not cool. It's when you have a smelly car or a smelly house, and I got just the thing for you if that's the case for you. It's Little M Air Fresheners, the best air fresheners in the entire world. You're just going to head on over to littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Go over there, click on some air fresheners, buy a bunch, and you order 5 or more air fresheners. That's like $10. You're gonna get free shipping. Why wouldn't you do that? They also have some awesome keychains. They've got journals. They got stickers. They got everything you could ever want at littlemshop.com. You're trying to decorate your workspace, trying to decorate your home, trying to decorate your car, trying to make anything smell better. Littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Spend $10 or more, and you're going to get free shipping on your order. Shout out to Danielle Weston. I know she just bought some. I don't have the list in front of me. Next week I'll give out all the shout outs, but I know Danielle Weston just bought some. If you buy some and you mention like in any of it that you're a PTG Gravy Gang member or whatever it is, it's like, hashtag Gravy Gang. Let me know, and I'll throw a Pass the Gravy sticker in with your order. I know Danielle Weston. I was like, oh, Danielle.
Ooh.
Here's a couple stickers. I threw 2 stickers in. Okay? We got those little circle ones now, and we got the regular flag ones. But I'll send you a sticker if you hashtag PTG or Gravy Gang or something like that at the end of your order. But littlemshop.com, $10 or order $10 or more, you get free shipping on your order for the best air fresheners in the entire world. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. You get a Little M air freshener, tag them on Twitter at Little M Tweets or on Instagram at Little M Shop. Tag us at Pass the Gravy Pod on both. Let us know you're supporting the people that support us. Little M Air Fresheners, the best air fresheners in the whole world, the official air freshener sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. And here is our Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I'll go with mine first because I told you all before I forgot about the listener ones that I've been doing the 2 podcasts a week at least, and I'm just burning through them because it's like, especially on the Monday ones where it's like nothing really not cool's happened. So I really just got to go dig back to like my big one that was going to be whatever. But my not cool is it's elevator related, and it's a very stupid not cool. But it's I live in a 4-story apartment, and basically going from the garage floor to the first floor, I understand if you get off at one of those, like if you do the one trip. But I was in the garage when I got home today, got in the elevator, hit 4, was going to the top floor. It stopped on 3. And then there was somebody that got up on 3, and then I was like, what the fuck? What, you can just walk upstairs?
It's hot, man.
It's not that hard to walk up 1 flight of stairs.
I get it, but it's hot.
If you're not going 2 flights or you're not going to a garage, you should just take the stairs. When I take the dog out, I don't take the elevator to the first floor. I walk the dog down 4 flights of stairs, and I walk the fucking dog. That's how I do it. Now, there has been this is not I've definitely used this as a not cool before, and because I 100% like it was yesterday. I remember the lady that got on the 2nd floor and then got off on the 3rd floor, and I was like, no, because I was getting off on the 4th, so then that's 3 stops it has to make. And I was like, wait, no, this literally could have stopped. This almost stopped on every floor, and you were just getting up. Just walk. I don't know. I always walk.
I get you. No. That is the definition of a not
and
cool.
What was the not cool?
Inconvenience.
What was the not cool? That I had to
Such a
wait
pain in the
30
ass.
seconds more to fucking get to my apartment? Yeah, that was it. But that's my not cool because I was like, and just I hate being. I think my not cool for next Monday's episode, I feel like is fairly similar to this, but probably a better one. But it was just I just sometimes when somebody gets in an elevator, you're like, I don't have to have that the dread of, am I gonna have to have small talk with this person? Am I gonna have to do I don't know. Just I like being on the elevator by myself or with me and my dog when I'm going to the car, or with me and my girlfriend when we're going to the car. I don't like having to have a conversation in the elevator with just a random person, and I'm a dick for not wanting to do that. But sometimes, I don't want to talk about I have food in my. Oh, it smells good, doesn't it? Where'd you get that from? Oh, they have that. Do they have chicken parm? I love chicken. I don't. Stop talking to me, please. Stop. I just want to go home. But yeah, that's my not cool. It's just people that go up just that 1 flight, and so you could walk on flight stairs. If it's 4 flights, I understand. If it's 2 flights, okay, but still, just it was 1. I was like, oh really? You're not going to 4? Fuck. It was a minor inconvenience. It was a not cool.
That's good.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I got 2. First of all, Yellowstone, which is one of the best shows of all time. new season comes out on the 21st. That's not the down one. The bad one is that I went to go try and rewatch the first 2 seasons or 3 seasons, whatever it is, on Xfinity, and like the last 2 seasons of last 2 episodes of season 1 are on there, but you have to buy all the ones before that, and I don't even think season 2 was on there.
Dude, that's some bullshit on the Xfinity on
Like-
demand. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy this and keep it on my cable package. So when you guys get overpriced and I switch to another cable company, that I can just lose all my movies. Fuck you.
Like
I'm not doing that.
My whole like on demand is that it's on demand. I demand it.
I want it now.
I demand it. Like it's the show aired. I want to watch it. Also, you got a new season coming out in 2 weeks.
It's Paramount.
Why not
right?
have Paramount? Why not
Paramount
have
are a
all
bunch of
them
cunts
available?
with their on-demand shit, dude.
Dude, it's the worst. Like, why not have it all available so people that have heard buzz about it can catch up? Because if you put it behind a paywall, people aren't going to catch up and they're going to say, fuck this show.
As a
So
bar,
now I have to find
rescue
somewhere
fan,
online to stream it.
They don't ever like really show you the bar rescue shit. You have to like pay for the services and shit to get like bar rescue.
But bar rescue is different because it's on all the time.
Yeah, but sometimes like, and I mean, I've realized that, so I've DVR'd entire Sundays worth of bar rescue, so I don't have that problem anymore. But like, if you wanted to watch the newest episode of Bar Rescue that they tease all day, like that, sometimes it's a fucking bitch to get.
And I don't even have a DVR. Like that's how behind the
get
fucking
to
times my
2020,
bosses
bro.
are.
DVRs are one of the greatest.
No, it's more like 2010. I just have a stripped down package because
like,
I really
TiVo
don't
was like
watch
08.
I really don't watch a lot of TV anymore. Just because if it's sports, that's when I watch. But there's been no sports for months, so I got fucking nothing. But yeah, the on-demand bullshit pissed me off, and then also just okay. So say you're pulling into Kroger or wherever it be, and you're driving along the back of the parking lot, and you go to turn down one of the lanes, and of course there's someone coming up that same lane.
Now, are these lanes just to
or aisles?
Decipher?
Aisles,
okay.
whatever you want to call it.
Regardless, are these the ones that are diagonal, where you're going one way, you have to turn in that way, and then if you're going the other way, you're in the wrong
diagonal,
way?
But they're both ways, so it's a double.
Okay.
It is designed to go both ways, and you want to go turn in, and they come to the end of it right as you're going to turn in, but this asshole is more in the middle. They're not on their side. So when you go to turn in right there, I literally twice today, I made a run to Kroger and I made a run to the liquor store. Both times in pretty wide open parking lots, somebody happened to be coming up the same one that I was going to go turn down. And they fucking were so far in the middle that literally it left me like 3 inches maybe between on both sides of me hitting their car and the curb on the other side that I would hit with my tire. So I would pull and like.
That's a good one, dude.
When you're exiting, don't be in the fucking middle. Like, just be. How hard is it? Like, there's plenty of room.
But I
How
feel
hard
like
is it to just
everybody
not be on your
sort
side?
of drifts to the middle sometimes. Like, this is a big thing.
But when you see another car coming, my blinker was fucking on.
That's true. If you see another car coming, there's no excuse. This happens, I feel like, a lot to me in my apartments. Like, when we have a weird, like, parking garage. Like Houston, I didn't think you could have basements. You can sort of have, like, we have a parking garage that's underground. So, like, you turn down. And I know you guys know this, but I'm explaining to everybody else. But like, you turn down, and then there's like visitor parking, and then there's a gate that opens that you can park in. But like, a lot of times, people that pull out that are trying to like turn out into the street that are leaving the apartment, they'll just be in the middle of the thing, and I'm like in the middle of the street turning in. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't. Like, there's a concrete barrier, and then there's the turn in. And it's like, I'm either going to hit the concrete barrier or just awkwardly stand here waiting to get T-boned by whatever car comes next if you don't hurry the fuck up. And then it's always the indecisive motherfucker that's on their phone that's like in the middle. And you're like, go!
Oh, and that's what killed me both times is I pulled up and I slowed down and kind of like came to a stop. So I was like, you're leaving me no room. And they wouldn't go.
But do you give them
like,
this?
I like stopped
like
and I was like, go. And they just sat there. And like at that point, I could have easily both times went to the next aisle and just turned down that one. But it became a point of principle of like, you're the asshole. You're in the wrong. So fuck you. I'm going to make this turn. And it's going to be real goddamn slow because I have to make sure I don't hit you and I'm not fucking hitting the curb with my tire. So this can be real fucking slow and you're going to be inconvenienced now because you're a fucking asshole that doesn't know how to drive a car.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good, not cool, dude.
It happened to be twice. Like I went to Kroger this morning and
You give him that look where you kind of look over, you're like, "Are you motherfucker?"
Yeah, like I always do I throw the hands up.
You
Like,
give him
what the
that
fuck
look,
are you
yeah.
doing? But like it pissed me off at Kroger, and then when I go to make my specs run right before we started did the podcast today, and it happened again. And let me tell you, specs parking lot was pretty much fucking empty. There's room everywhere. And this dude just comes like right down the fucking middle. I'm like, dude, like you don't even have to worry about like, sometimes a truck is parked and it's out, so you have to kind of like move into the middle a bit to get around. Not a problem at all here. Just an asshole in his truck that doesn't know how to fucking drive and then wouldn't get out of the way. I was fucking heated.
Just while we're on driving,
I still am.
Just while we're on driving ones, this is another one that I just thought of that I was ready to go off on this guy, but the light changed at the right time. It's the people that are not going to be able to, like, there's a left turn lane, say, and you're turning out of a shopping center, but there's 80,000 cars in that left turn lane. But you're like, I got to make my move. So you jut out, but then you're blocking a lane and a half because you're going to turn left. So you're just taking out this lane and this lane, and nobody else can move past a certain point. You're like, cool, I'm just at the back of wherever is turning left. I'll just go fuck myself when my light is green, and I can't move because this fucking SUV is just standing here. And I was ready. Like, my thing is I will just hold my horn down until you move. Like, I don't care if you can't move. I don't care if...
Just go when you turn, bitch.
I don't care if it's 2 minutes. Oh, no, but it's usually like when like this one was like they were right behind another car, but like they weren't even diagonal. They were just straight across a lane in almost 2 lanes, where like I would have had to get over if I was in the middle lane just to make sure I didn't hit them. And I was like red. I had my hand on the horn ready to like, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it real uncomfortable until you fucking move. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And they moved before it. So, like, yeah, that is not cool for me, though, a lot of times when that shit happens. And then the worst is, like, the yard work trucks sometimes pull out and they have the whole trailer behind them. And it's like, one, okay, I get it. Like, that's hard to fucking whip that whole thing around. Okay, so part of it's on me for just being an asshole. But also, like, you have a fucking trailer that's taking up 2 lanes. You can't just be hanging out in the median.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Robert, what is your number?
Yeah. Actually, no, I got one more. Now
Good,
that
let's
you were
go.
saying
Let's
that,
keep going.
it threw me back into
Fuck driving.
Had a couple. This dude donated a bunch of. One of the dudes that has come in for years. He's the billionaire guy I've talked about him. He donated a bunch of meals to like this women's
Ask him
center.
to give
So
us
like
some money.
So I wish.
Send me your cash app.
So like we've had like 2 Mondays in a row. We've got 2 more coming up that I have to. We drive out and drop all this food off at this women's center. On the way back, at the corner of Fannin and 35, or not 35, sorry, Fannin and 610. The ways it brings us right back. That's the way we got to go to get out of there. That light is fucked. Like it'll literally let you get like 3 cars through, and then the light switches. So when we get there to that light, and it's happened twice in a row. Like I understand, I should find a different way now that I know it's happening, and I probably will next week. But it's literally taken the first week it took 8 or 9 light cycles to get through it. Plus also that's literally that's right where the Astrodome is. So there's that train that comes across right there too. So luckily every time the train is coming,
the Astrodome because it's a meaningless thing that just stands there and rots.
But luckily when I've seen the train, it was a red light for us anyway. But it did 8 or 9 light cycles the first time, and then last week we were, there wasn't as much traffic there when we first got there, but it still took us 6 light cycles to get through that. And I'm like, and like part of me is like, whatever, I'm being paid right now. I'm in the company van, like whatever. But also you're just like sitting in traffic at a light is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
So if you guys are around Fannin and 610, detour.
And then
hit the next one, and then or like go. Oh, see, I've been on the feeder. That's where I'm not on the highway and getting off there. I'm getting on the highway right there. But fucking circle around.
There you go. That's a good one. And then just piggybacking off of the Astrodome one. Just still not cool as Ed Emmett. Go fuck yourself, dude. That's why you didn't get elected, man. Like I know people.
Who?
Ed Emmett, the fucking Harris County judge that was a fucking douchebag that like twice when it got voted to like tear down the Astrodome was like, actually no, I have memories there. So everybody that like Lena Hidalgo gets a bunch of shit here in Houston and Harris County. This is a very local one, but like Lena Hidalgo's here because fucking Ed Emmett wouldn't get rid of the goddamn Astrodome. So go fuck yourself, Ed Emmett. Team Lena Hidalgo over here. Robert, you're not cool.
A few weeks ago, late May, I ordered some sheets. Pat was talking about he got bedding and stuff. I ordered some sheets that I wanted, and like 2 weeks later, they still haven't shipped at all. And so I emailed the company and be like, "Hey, why haven't these shipped?" And it took like 3 days for them to respond, and for them to tell me, "Oh, we actually went through stock much quicker than we thought. They're out of stock. We just weren't going to tell you." But that's all we can do.
We just hoped you'd wait forever.
Yeah. That's pretty much what they wanted me to do.
I don't want to piggyback on yours, but just like this is kind of one of those things. Like I had since I live in an apartment, I had no access was what I got on one of the things. I was supposed to get a package this week, and they said that like I guess my apartment had locked the gate or whatever, and they're like, we didn't know the button to push to get in. I was like, oh, I fucking thought they were about to send it back to the manufacturer and shit. And I was like, I swear to God, if y'all don't try again, I'm gonna lose my shit. But like when you send like anything to like, hey, I'd like to see like what's going on with my package, it's like, yes, we'll reply to you within 24 to 4,700 hours. And like, wait, what? That's like, we'll reply to you between 24 hours and the rest of the year. And like, well, that doesn't really help me at all, but okay, I hope it's sooner. I would like it to be the 24-hour span instead of 400 days, but I guess if it's 400 days, whatever, I'll wait.
Robert, I think I can actually help you out here, though. The company that I got my new comforter from the other day, they were actually running 70% off sheets right now, and I got my comforter in like a week. I'll tell you that after. I'm not going to give them a free ad.
I was going to say, no free ads here.
But
although if they'd like to advertise, hit
it's
them up and let them know.
70% off all a solid 4-piece sheet set. So I was actually going to buy some too. It was like $80 sheets that were like 20-something, 30-something bucks.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the sheets that I got, they were like $70.
Yeah, so I'll so basically it's same quality, but you're gonna get them cheap as shit. So I'll send you that I'll send you that link when we're done here.
Yeah, that was just annoying. I was just waiting forever, and they just weren't gonna tell me that they were not in stock.
Shit! And the sale ends. The sale ends
that.
today. The sale ends today on this. So
you order now.
Yeah.
But that does suck though. Like when you're just in that limbo, and like I don't check my mailbox every day, but if I think I have something coming, I check it. And it's like when I'm like, why am I checking the mailbox every goddamn day? Just send my shit. I want to hear. So yeah,
first world problems, man.
Yeah, no, those are definitely first world problems, but that's what the not cool segment's for. That's what the not cool segment's for. All right, I guess is that everybody's?
Yep,
that's it.
All right. Let's move on to our final segment of the show, the answers segment, and the answers segment this week is once again presented to you by PassTheGravyMerch.com. Head on over to PassTheGravyMerch.com. Buy all of the gear from your favorite podcast. We got the Pass the Gravy logo shirts. We got the new basketballs coming back in Disney. We have the new Rock Show shirts. You want to support your local basketball team? Ooh, Pat's wearing the Pass the Gravy bomb pop.
Perfect for summer.
It is perfect. And we also have the Sun one. That's pretty dope.
Great.
That's pretty dope. And then, hey, I forgot that I was wearing my face cover, my Pass the Gravy face cover that I'm wearing right now.
The best face cover.
So, Pat, you have a couple of face covers. You have the Gators is basically buff Gator, whatever you want to call it. It's the, like, scarf, which is awesome because I wore mine today all day at work and just forgot that I had it around my neck. Like, I was wearing a scarf. Like, I didn't even realize it was on there just because I wasn't sweaty. I thought this would be super sweaty. It's not at all. It's awesome.
As you guys can hear right now, we're talking through them. We still sound fine. Maybe a little muffled, but
I don't think it's really muffled.
But like, I mean, okay. So when I ordered it, I have previously ordered one from another company, and it was good and everything. But it was it did pinch my nose just a little bit, and I understand I have a fat head, so for most people it probably would have fit nicely. But it did pinch a little bit, and it was just cotton fabric, whatever the fuck you want to call it, which is why I anticipated these to be. No, this is like a like a soft, silky. I don't know what this actually. I could probably just look at it. And
It's
tell you
like
what it is.
two-sided though too. Like it's nice. It's really nice. It's really soft. It's really comfortable. It breathes well. Like it doesn't feel hot. I thought this would be hot as shit. I don't feel hot with it. And I have the beard and everything. It's not fucking with my beard. I love it.
This is what it is. It's part spandex. That's what this. It's 96% polyester, 4% spandex, and that's what like I was expecting just cotton, but it's soft. It's a little bit bigger than the other one, like I said, so it doesn't squish my face at all. You said it. It's nice for you too. It gives you a little room to breathe. It's not suffocating you, guys. This is the one to get. Like.
I know that we pimp up our shit because it's our shit, but like
this is
so much
than
better
any
than
of the face masks I've seen
This
around.
is so much better. Like I usually just had that surgical mask, the blue one that like a lot of people had. Like that was the one I have in my car. I just fucking take this bad boy with me all the time. Just throw it on my neck. It's awesome. You never forget your face mask. So you like if you like I don't know. I'm just trying to be on the side of caution. I'm trying to help other people feel safe. If I'm wearing a face mask, other people feel safe, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I encourage you guys to do that. Get the Pascal Facebook mask or
no, it's so, like I got mine yesterday.
It's
and
awesome.
Like I'm actually like jacked up about this one because like and guys, this is an investment because even though once we get the vaccine and stuff, like face masks it's gonna take some time. So we're gonna have these masks around for a while. So why not get one that is the most comfortable one out there you can get
and has your favorite podcast on it?
Like
it's a win-win.
I'm about to just start wearing this at work. And my boss can be like, well, where's the one I got you? I'm like, I don't want to wear it.
It's just, yeah.
Fuck you. This is great. This is so comfortable.
It's pretty tight, though. It's pretty tight. And it kind of feels like you're on Survivor if you watch Survivor because you just have the little, like, buff thing around your neck the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And I
you
think
feel outdoorsy.
On Survivor, the ladies always are, like, turning like a T-shirt, like a tube top. Ladies, I'm pretty sure it turns into a tube top if you wanted to. I had a couple of shout outs to people that have like, if you get anything from the Pass the Gravy merch store, passthegravymerch.com, tag us at Pass the Gravy Pod, Instagram, Twitter, tag us on Facebook at Pass the Gravy or just Pass the Gravy Podcast on Facebook. Let us know that you're wearing our gear and we'll fucking shout you out. Mundo, he hit us up. He got the face cover too, said he fucking loves it. And then Lauren had the dad hat. She got the Pass the Gravy dad hat that you can also get up at the PTG merch store.
Love that dad hat.
She's looking great in it. She's looking fantastic in that dad hat. So appreciate the two of you guys for at least letting us know. I know a lot of you guys like those face covers have been flying off the shelves. Those so I know a lot of you guys got them. When you're getting them, let us see you guys wearing them because we'll retweet you, we'll follow you, we'll give you the shout outs you guys want. And we appreciate you guys supporting the podcast. That's honestly like one of the few incomes that like we get from you guys. So like if like we don't charge anything for the podcast, but if you like the podcast and have to want to buy a shirt or a face cover or a hat or anything like that, we appreciate everything. And I mean honestly, like that money all goes to Robert. We that's how we keep Robert working for us.
That's
Robert
true.
would hang out with us if we didn't give him the merch money. So like if you want to keep Robert on the podcast, buy some stuff, passthegravymerch.com. All right, let's get to the answers segment. There is no such thing as a stupid question.
Trust stupid people.
Whatever Pat says. But if you have any kind of question, if it's a high thought, something you think of while drunk, you write it down in the notes in your phone. Okay, so I shared this with Dave from Southern Star. So this is going to be a repeat if you're listening to next Monday's episode. I just was looking through the stuff I have, just the notes I have in my phone. I wrote down, and this is the only thing in it. It just says L. Ron Grubhard. And I was like, I know L. Ron Hubbard was the Scientology guy. L. Ron Grubhard, maybe an app idea. Maybe a food truck idea. Maybe a food critic idea. I don't think that was the worst idea. I don't think it was the worst idea. But it's like, if you think
Alex,
of anything
we
that you
all
just throw.
understood it right away, and we didn't laugh for a reason.
Well, I don't know. If you think of anything you throw on the notes of your phone, hit us up. At PassGradePod, at Alex J. Middleton, at NotPatDN, at Robert Barbosa03. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We want to hear all your questions. Hit us up. If you don't have Twitter or any of that, use the email answers@passgradepod.com. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Our first question this week, as pretty much every week, comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, where are all the A-sized and B-sized batteries? I mean, there's AA.
There's AAA.
There's AAA.
And then there's like C's and D's.
Hey, what the fuck happened to B batteries? Like, do they just suck?
I wonder, this is a good, like, do they even exist?
Whatever happened to B batteries, guys?
Let's see. Like, I wish I could. Yeah, dude, there's, I'm seeing C's. They just said fuck that letter, dude.
That's offensive, honestly. It's anti-Bist if you think about it.
Yeah, they didn't want people to think that it meant like B batteries. Like you should be batteries.
But if you think of okay, actually, that's not a terrible line of thinking for that. I mean, honestly, like that is weird. That is weird. Like if you think about it in school, like every now and then I would think this is one of those like, whoa, like I would just think about that. Whereas like there's an A, B, a C, and a D, and then there's an F. Nobody gets an E.
What the fuck is an F? For school grades.
F stands for fail, but like you never like there's not an E, and it's like we went A, B, C, D, F. Like we were just like fuck E.
Like what? Seriously, why did B get skipped? Like this is something.
I'm mad now. I'm mad.
Maybe we should look this up and discuss it next podcast, or somebody
tag Energizer. But what the fuck?
Because like there's
tag
double
Energizer
A,
right now as Pastor Gray. Like what the fuck happened to B batteries?
There's D, C, AA, AAA, quadruple A, A23, PP3, CR2032, LR44. Like, why no B?
What the fuck?
Why does it make sense to have AA and AAA, but not just make one of those Bs?
I'm Google or at Energizer.
Except actually D's and C's are the bigger ones, so it should go D, C, B. Then AAA should actually be AA's.
What is the D battery? Duracell?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tagging Energizer and Duracell. What the fuck?
And then there's 9 volts. Why can't 9 volts be B's? Well, I'm sure it actually is a reasoning because it's 9 volts. But
all right, don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this, guys. I have reached out to 2 companies, the 2 leading battery companies that I know of. Oh fuck, I forgot Energizer.
You know, here's what we should do. From now on, car batteries, they're just B batteries. Let's give them the shine they deserve.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, car batteries are B batteries. As of now, unless we get an update.
Oh no, we still haven't figured out the A batteries. Dude,
but they have different kinds of A batteries. They have AA, AAA, and which are just like super A batteries, which I would argue are just better. Because like the A's weren't good, so you get the AA and the AAA, which are they're double the power of the A battery.
I don't think
so. It's like, why would you want the regular A battery when you have double or triple that power?
I kind of want to say this is one of the few ones where we've had a couple over the years where, man, we don't have an answer for you.
I think
they just discriminated against a couple letters.
They hate bees is really what it is. And
maybe
bees,
the guy who
without
invented
bees,
the
we all
names,
don't live. So think about that.
How about this? The guy that invented battery names, his like ex-girlfriend that really hurt him, her initials were AB.
You could say she was a real bee. And he was like,
no,
I don't want to give her that. I don't want to give her that. So I'm just not going to use that.
I don't know, man. This is trippy as shit, though.
Her name was probably B.
Like
I
what?
bet it was B. Arthur's.
The
B.
more
Arthur's
I think about
lover.
it, it's just crazy. Why have AAA, AA, C, and D, but you just completely fuck off B and singular A?
It's offensive if you think about it.
It kind of is. I'm
on behalf of batteries, am offended.
Like, as someone who has none of those letters as an initial, I'm outraged.
Yeah, that's not cool, dude.
Like, both of you guys should be outraged. Like, they screwed off both of your first name initials.
Oh, I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm furious.
It's rough. I don't know. You know what?
Don't worry. I did the normal thing.
Every so often, your kids ask you a question that you don't have an answer for, and that's what
And
we're
you know
dealing
what?
with right now.
I think that makes us grow as a parent.
Yeah.
That's where the parenting really comes into place. And son, we're gonna find out the answer, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. And don't
That's where
worry,
we're
I started
modern
off.
parents. We're
I
not going
started
to
off-
lie to you. We're going to give you the truth.
And I started off with the most modern parenting thing. I angry tweeted companies. So done. That'll show them.
Man, rough.
All right, our next one comes from our buddy Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead. He says, "Is Rob Zombie the Hot Topic version of Macho Man Randy Savage?"
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if it's Hot
100%.
Topic though.
More of Zoomies.
No.
I don't know. Okay,
not-
so
not
Zoomies is a little
Zoomies.
bit. Yeah, Zoomies is like
That's
I
more
outgrew Zoomies
skatery.
quick.
Rob Zombie's like not metal, but like I don't know.
Spencer's.
Is he metal? No, like I think Hot Topic would be more along the lines. But I mean, as far as store brands go, I think that's gonna be the closest one we get. So I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it. I was just thinking if there's a better. Bless you.
Oh,
Bless
Jesus!
you. Hey, chill
Thank
out,
you.
man. Chill out. Yeah, I guess
Now,
so.
now I just pictured in my head Macho Man going, "In the back of my Dragula." Yeah, brother.
Zombie.
I just mixed in some fucking Hulk Hogan there too. Yes, he's Hot Topic. Macho.
Yeah, we'll give
really
it
what
to
he's
you.
picturing of is a grungy look, but still the cowboy hat. That's why he's saying Robert doesn't really get the reference to either one of them. I'm thinking.
You definitely
I
know
know-
Macho Man. And,
Yeah, I know
you
who
both.
Macho Man is. I don't really know who Rob Zombie is.
You know, like filmmaker Rob Zombie. He makes weird films.
Yeah,
I never
House of
listened
Thousand
to him.
Corpses and Devil's Rejects, and then the third one just came out that I didn't see. But
I never listened to him, nor did I watch his shows, but I just knew he was like an odd dude. But he's like,
everyone knows
very
Dracula.
talented. He's very talented, but like, just I'm not into that stuff.
But I mean, you've heard Dracula.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world has, especially
Yeah.
like if you grew up in the '90s.
All right.
I was in Twisted Metal, I think. That's probably why we all know it.
That might be it. Our next question comes from our girl Stephanie E. Bow Bow.
Day Baba.
E. Bow Bow, but it's
Bow
at
Bow.
Stephaniezy. That's Stephanie with 5 E's before the ZY. Stephanie's Bow Wows and Meow Meows, our official pet sitting place from Past the Gay Podcast. Hit them up if you're going out of town. You need anybody to watch your pets, Stephanie. Guarantee you she'll take care of your pooches or your cats. Let's get to her question. She says, if the hashtag Gravy Gang were members of Jackass, who would be who?
I mean, pretty obviously, I'm God damn it! I remember I commented on it and I forgot. Spencer Lacey. That's me. I'm the fat guy.
This is
I'm the fat
underwear
white guy.
right? Jason
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Can I be Johnny? Because I think I'd be.
You would be Johnny because you're the centerpiece.
Because I think I'd like to be Steve-O, but I don't think I don't live up to Steve-O. I would never be Steve-O.
No, Steve-O, I'm kind of getting more of a Josh Tree vibe on that one. I don't know if that's right.
I could see Steve.
Who's just the most smiley?
Josh Tree
positive
seems
one?
more like a Chris Pontius.
See, that's what. Actually, that's what I was just trying to figure out who would be Pontius. Just the
Who
party
low-key
song,
may have been my
party boy.
favorite Jackass guy.
Oh yeah, dude, Wild Boys was amazing.
Wild Boys I thought was a lot better than Jackass in so many ways, but it wasn't better than Jackass. There were a lot of times of Wild Boys where I just laughed funnier because they were in crazier settings.
Or is Dave Bow Bow Pontius? Because Pontius was always the positive, happy guy, and she always seems positive.
That's probably why I liked her. She is pretty positive. That's what I like about her.
Robert, I'm going to say, is Brandon DiCamillo.
Which
Just
one
because,
is-
like, he was
Do you have
there,
any idea who that is?
but
No, I have no
kind of.
idea.
Yeah, he's just, you shook it. Robert's shaking his
Yeah,
head
like-
like, yes, yes,
Robert
I
doesn't
do
know who
agree
any
with
of these
that.
guys are.
He
But I
has
feel
no
like,
clue.
here's why I think that
You know
because
Johnny
he-
Knoxville and Steve
was
O,
there.
right?
I know who Steve-O is.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville?
Is he an old guy?
Go Google Johnny Knoxville right now. I
Oh my
guarantee
God.
you know Johnny Knoxville.
Okay, did you ever see The Ringer where the guy tries to fix the Special
No, he hasn't.
Olympics?
It's a movie.
No, I haven't seen that.
Well, anyway, here's why I think he's Brandon DiCamillo, because he's one of the main core of guys, but he's never in the forefront. That's why I'd say Robert is Brandon DiCamillo.
Okay.
I did not know who.
Or
Johnny
actually,
Knoxville is.
I might have to change mine. Am I Preston Lacey or am I Bam's dad? Or am
Brandon
I Don
DiCamillo,
Vito?
okay,
Or am I Don Vito? Don Vito.
You're not Don Vito. Don Vito was the worst.
No, he became problematic. We know that.
I didn't like
But
Don
on
Vito.
the show, he was hilarious. I would say I probably still have to be Preston.
Fun
Lacey.
fact about Bam Margera, my mom was in the Charlotte, North Carolina airport one time, and she was like, hey, do you know who this is? And she sent a picture of like Bam Margera sitting on her lap. And she said they were in the Chili's at the Charlotte airport, and this guy got cut off, and this guy was Bam Margera. And then everybody knew who Bam Margera was, so they just kept buying shots and handing them to him. And then he was belligerently drunk. He was then kicked off a flight later that same day. And my mom was like, yeah, it was the guy I took a picture with. I was like, Mom, you hated Viva La Bam because he was an asshole to his parents. And she was like, that was him? Because, like, Bam Margera went through some shit after, I guess, all that stuff. He went through.
Well, it was after Ryan Dunn died. He took that one really hard. Ooh, actually, you know what? Josh Tree might be Ryan Dunn.
Not like live Ryan Dunn, though.
Huh?
Like a live Ryan Dunn.
Oh, no. But, like, I don't know. I kind of get that same energy and personality. Ryan Dunn, I think, is a closer match for him.
But who is Robert, though? That's really what I
Brandon DiCamillo.
You think so? I
Yeah.
think Robert's more of a name than that.
No, but Brandon was a big part of the show. You just don't think of him first.
I really think Robert's like
always
Wee
there.
Man. He's not like small like Wee Man, but Robert's like everybody loves Robert. Wee Man was everybody's favorite when Wee Man was in anything.
I like
everybody.
that.
Everybody loves Robert. Like if you had to pick between any three of like one, if you could hang out with the three of us, you had to pick one. Everybody's gonna go Robert because Robert's so much more likable than both of us.
Okay, so
Where Johnny was an asshole. Like
the first Jackass skit I can really remember seeing is when Preston Lacey is chasing Wee Man down the street and they're both just wearing whitey tighties and shoes. He's going, "Get back here, you little bastard!"
yeah.
Imagine if me and Robert recreated that.
Please do that. Please do it.
I don't think Robert wants to strip down to.
I think
whitey
Robert would be.
tighties
You
and
know
take
who
over.
Wee Man is, don't you?
I do not.
Okay, go Google it. You've seen Wee Man.
He was a little person. That's why they called him Wee Man.
He was awesome. They'd shoot him out of a cannon and stuff. Like he was always a team player. Like you could tell Wee Man didn't always want to participate in everything.
He could kick himself in the forehead.
But Wee Man did, and that's kind of Bobby because Bobby's like, God damn it, they're gonna go on another rant about Drew Brees again. Just what I didn't want to hear. Or like, oh cool, let's hear Alex bitch about elevators again. And he's like, all right, team player, let me suit up. Let me get like Robert does that. He shows up every single week. Robert's Wee Man. Okay.
Yeah. We need to see, this is where we're going to have to outsource this to the Gravy Gang because we need to know what you guys think. Like,
yeah, let us know what you think.
Who's
PTG Jackass, and just say our names. And just say, like, who is what.
Who's
Alex
like,
dash insert whatever name, Pat dash insert whatever name, Robert dash insert whatever name. And then if you want to tag the rest of the Gravy Gang, you can figure that out, but give us our three at least. Hashtag PTG Jackass.
So I said Dave Bow Bow is Party Boy, Chris Pontius. Agree or disagree, whatever you guys want to say. I think that's a pretty good one right there, though.
That's
the only thing about Jackass. There wasn't really any women in the crew.
That's true.
But
That's
also,
true.
It's because that show was an example of why women live longer than men.
Yeah, because Darwinism. Let's move on to our next question. That's from our buddy Fernando Ramon at Only Big Fern. Love my boy Fernando Ramon. He says, Hyundai, just a watered down Honda? And I'm guessing it's because it's like HY. I don't know.
Hyundai. Just a watered down Honda.
I'm gonna allow
I'm gonna say it's the Honda that you only drive during the day.
What if it's just a hyper Honda?
No, it's your economical car that you use to run errands during the
Hyundai.
day. But at night when you're rolling up to the club, you're in the Honda.
That's your Han night. Yeah, okay. It's a daytime Honda.
Yeah.
It's a good question, Fernando. I like those. Keep those coming, buddy. I feel like we haven't gotten to talk about Fernando Hermon as much, but I love that guy. That guy listens to every single episode. He's a fucking straight up G. He's been doing
Big
stand-up
Fern,
comedy.
we love you, buddy.
He's been doing some stand-up comedy. Maybe for like one of our next events. Like, when we fucking have like real world shit we can do, guys, like we're gonna figure something out. We're gonna have the best past grade party ever, all right? We're gonna figure some shit out. We're gonna party. Maybe 4th of July weekend, huh? Maybe around 4th of July. Maybe that's when we're breaking out the Gravy Gang.
And that's on a
Like,
Saturday
let's
this year,
get-
too.
Oh, God. That's bad news. But good news, but bad news. It's good bad news. It's good news for future us, but bad news for future us.
Yeah.
Not Robert, because Robert doesn't drink, so like you're not going to have that feeling the day after. July 5th will not be as rough for you probably as it will be for us. Because I'm planning on being a freedom fighter on July 4th. And by freedom fighter, I mean drinking a lot of America's beer. All right, moving on. Is this our last one? Yeah, this is our final question of the week from Brett Brandon at Price of a ZJ. We call him Shower Faller. Brett says, most dust is actually dead skin flakes. Does this mean that Roombas are technically carnivorous robots? Are we in the future going to be at risk when they are no longer satiated by flakes and want flesh?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, I
But
disagree.
I'm going to say that Roombas are the most metal of cleaning devices. Like, oh, brooms, we sweep up the floors. Roombas are like, dude, we eat dead flesh. That's metal as fuck. Like, they're listening to Rob Zombie and, like, Megadeth.
I will agree with you on that. But also, as somebody that's 100% terrified of the robot and it's not possible robot just attack on humans. It's is it imminent is the word I'm looking for? It's going to happen. The imminent inevitable robots versus humans wars. I am ready to simp off for the robots right now, so like they don't kill me first. Like I'll work for the robots.
But the Roomba
I'll be
itself
cool with
is
them.
the most unthreatening of robots.
I think the Roombas are where it starts, though. The Roombas are just gathering
unless
intel,
you
dude.
tape a knife to the top of it, a Roomba can't do anything. It can't.
But
climb.
you know who's going to report to the robot leader? The Roomba that's been gathering intel on everybody in their own homes. And you know who doesn't want to seem like they're, a defector or they're against the cause? Me. So I'm going to be Team Robot. And I think Roombas are fantastic. I think they're awesome. I definitely don't think they're going to try and kill me.
I'm a big Roomba fan.
Definitely not think Roombas are at
No, I
all
don't
going
think
to
you need
try
the
and
wink.
kill me,
You
or
don't need the
robots
wink
are
on
going to
that.
try and kill us at all. I don't think that at all. I'm
No.
Team Roomba. I'm going to buy 15 Roombas after this. I am investing in just whatever robot stock is. I'm
That
buying
just seems
it
like
right
something
now.
drunk Alex would do anyway. Be like, dude, one Roomba takes an hour to clean my apartment. If I get 15 Roombas,
Why do you
they
think
can
I
get it
just
done real
sold 4
quick.
Roombas on Craigslist? I got drunk last weekend. That's why.
Sold or bought?
I can't. I sold them because I bought 4, and I was like, I don't need these.
Are you serious?
Maybe.
Because like I feel like you're joking, but this 100%
comment.
seems like something Alex would do is accidentally buy 5 Roombas.
I was gambling on horses. You drink a little bit when you're watching the ponies. Sometimes you make stupid purchases. All right.
But would he take the time to list them on Craigslist?
Alex
No,
has a
obviously I would
fleet-
not. I
Yeah.
would throw them away and I would just eat the cost of whatever
You
it
have
was.
a
It's a
fleet
dumb
of
decision.
Roombas. You're an admiral of Roombas.
Correct.
I'm going to say no, you don't have to worry about them because there's nothing they can literally do, but they are metal as shit. Like those things are fucking hardcore. They're eating dead skin. and just rolling along with it. Like in their head, they're just listening to fucking Metallica going, fuck yeah, let's do this. Clean the floor.
I just always think of DJ Roomba when I hear Roombas from Parks and Rec. That's always what I think of. And I don't know why anybody would think of anything else
Tonight.
unless you haven't watched it.
Yeah. And you hear Party Rock Anthem every time. But that's not what they're hearing. They're hearing Metallica. They're hearing Megadeth. Shit like that. Real heavy stuff. Maybe some early Sabbath. Crazy Train, bam, right there.
Ooh, Crazy Train would be good. Crazy Train would be a good one. But yeah, I think Roombas are not going to be leading the charge, but Roombas are definitely catching some landscape for the.
They could be cleaning up the
alphas.
mayhem in the aftermath.
They'll definitely do that too, but Roombas,
That could be their role.
Roombas are reporting, so you know how they always say like birds are watching and shit like that. Like Roombas are the birds of the robot community, if you think about it.
Ooh, they could
like,
be. They could just be supplying the blueprints. They're spies.
like when people talk about alien
That's what it would
invasions,
be.
if you think
The
aliens
Roombas are
wouldn't fuck us up,
spies.
oh, 100%. If you think aliens wouldn't fuck us up, like they're gonna hack your Alexa or whatever your fucking smart thing is that you say, hey, so and so, tell me the weather. They're gonna hack all of that shit. They're gonna know all the intel on you. They're gonna hack your Roomba. Like, don't trust any of that shit. If it's electronic, it's gonna come kill you eventually. Just know. Maybe not now. Maybe
Just
not
welcome
in a
that
year.
death like I do.
Just be like, well, I bought a Roomba. No shit, it was a spy. Like, just don't be shocked. That's all I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know where that question even was. Honestly,
I went from saying, no, they're not.
Are they carnivorous?
not
Yes,
carnivorous
they're carnivorous.
robots?
They are because they're eating skin flakes. So yeah.
But they're not eating it and digesting it. They're just cleaning it. You
Man,
still have to
we
clean
don't
out the
know that.
Roomba.
I don't know how the inner workings of
But
a
I
Roomba
would
is. I'm not a
say-
scientist.
We're not at risk of them not being
Yet.
satiated by skin flakes, but we're at risk because they are the spies for Skynet.
Okay. All right, we can agree on that.
Yeah.
And just like that, that was another episode of Pass the Gravy, guys. We're living in strange times. This is going to be a strange podcast every now and then. I appreciate you guys sticking through it. Like, we're all in this together. Let's just love
Next
everybody.
week's going to be real strange. We're going to go down a goddamn time warp.
I'm really excited for the time machine instead of where you've been. I'm really excited about that, honestly. Send us those years. Like, just pick a year. Like, we're not guaranteeing you that your year is going to get picked, but like, it'll be a book club of years. Should we like tweet out like what year it's going to be so everybody else can weigh in with other stuff too? Because I think that would be funny. Or should we just go into it so they don't know it?
I want to go into it so they don't know, and then they can do their own research after.
Okay.
Or they just listen to whatever bullshit we say and go, yeah, that's true.
Actually, we should just completely make up everything too. Like, who knows what happened in 19?
I'm already like
Nobody
right
knows.
now. I'm starting to think of topics.
Don't
that I
look
could
up
read for
anything.
the
Don't
year.
look up anything.
No. I'm just general topics like what was the top selling toy that year, shit like that.
I want to find some like random thing. And I'll just throw a number out there, like a last two digits thing. We'll just pick 19, insert whatever the last two numbers is that we get.
Yes.
I might just roll a dice twice. Like whatever the last two numbers is, like, and it's 37. 1937 is where we're going. But okay, that's it. That was this week's Pass the Gravy podcast. I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, especially through all this. Like, let's just be good to each other, all right? Like, like just
Hey,
try and be cool to each other. Let's not
be
fight.
excellent to each other in
Let's
honor
not-
of the new Bill and Ted.
Yeah, be excellent to each other. Just love one another. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. That would be super cool if you were trying to love one another. Go roast the fuck out of us in the comments. Give us that 5 stars. That's your love. Give us at least 5 words in your roast and just roast the fuck out of us. We don't care what you say in the review as long as you give us the 5 stars. We're cool. Share us with a friend. That's the best way to put a little wind in the sails of the pirate ship. PassGravyMerch.com. Get these dope-ass Pass the Gravy face covers. You can get them there. They're pretty awesome. I appreciate everybody that has so far. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Just be cool again. Like, this is a tough time right now. Just,
Buy a bucket hat.
love thy neighbor. Buy a bucket hat. Bucket hats are going to just help. They're going to help you be calmer in this situations that we're all in, Just be cool again. And I love you guys for listening to us. Until we talk to you guys next time, Pass the Gravy, you bitches.
Right,